does have all of your
wait.
things.
We're
It does have
live.
all of
Have
your.
you updated Beyond 20? Because I got an update yesterday.
Welcome to the game.
Nope, we started off with have you updated Beyond 20?
Sorry. I
Welcome,
did not even say
everybody.
we're live. Hi everyone.
Oi.
I'm bad at this.
I think
Well,
this is
live
the
at
first
anyone.
time we've ever bothered to try and even remotely do an intro.
You are now live on the internet. Please, only swear.
Well, it looks like people are actually there's like what was it, 35 people watching
Yeah,
last time?
watch for last. I don't know where the hell they came from.
Wait, shit. People watch this?
I know.
Well, no, it wasn't
Oh,
35
no.
people watching. It was
Anxiety.
35. It was 35 views total, so some of them could be repeats.
Probably.
Still though,
By the
someone's
way-
watching them.
Fair enough.
What? I didn't understand what y'all were saying about, like, passing and shit.
I don't either. It's just what the computer tells me, okay? I don't know what the computer is saying.
You
On
should all be
Foundry,
fine.
Let me...
you can just straight up
I'm not
use Foundry.
proficient in its language. I don't speak computer. I don't speak binary.
What's that, Sam?
Yeah.
I was saying to Nathan doesn't need Beyond. If you don't want to use it, Foundry has all of your stuff on there.
Yeah, I like you.
Oh,
I know-
shit. Okay.
You can
Yeah.
also set up a hotbar at the bottom, so like hitting with your axe, for example, you can just press 1 instead of going
Yeah.
into your inventory.
Like this, attack, normal, and that was just me from clicking it from
So
above.
whatever you want in whatever the numbers at the bottom, just drag it into that, and you can quick set it up.
I do highly recommend you try and use Foundry as much as possible because I don't know if I'll be able to keep the Beyond integration up forever. It's a bit finicky.
I use
Okay.
Beyond just to build a
Okay.
parallel character, just to see the different options,
Yeah.
and then.
And
move
I
that
need
into
Beyond for
Foundry.
my spells to get them all set up. Remember?
Did you finish your spells?
Ooh, yeah, I should
I
fucking keep up.
think I
You
did.
used
No,
this
No,
last
I'll
time, didn't
double
you?
check them.
Nathan?
Because spells and shit.
I'll
You
be
have
doing them
got spell
while
block.
the fight's going on anyway, so it's fine.
Alright, do you mind if I quickly import your character, Talia? Get your
I'd
updated spell list.
I would leave it until after this big fight because I'm gonna
Right.
be looking through them and tweaking them now because I'm still trying to get my summon shadow spawn back in.
I myself need to bring up D&D Beyond real fucking quick. Because I use it to work out what fucking skill checks there are. Because I know what I'm doing as a DM, yes.
It's always good to have that list pulled up.
Come here, Tana. You still have use. Alrighty. This music.
This is how we die.
I'm just getting flashbacks now to Slay the Spire.
It's referencing the zombie game.
There we go, something a bit deserty. So, unfortunately for all of you, it is the MC's turn. We have
Yeah, is there a
Eldrin
turn order?
Yeah.
on 1 HP. Constancia,
a
bit better.
I believe I had just taunted him to get his attention.
Is there a turn order?
Yes, you can check it out in the combat tracker. It's one
Oh
to
yeah,
the
I
right.
can right click to bring it out.
You can indeed.
It saves the combat tracker. This is much better than 20.
Roll 20 saves a combat tracker.
Yeah.
What if you exit it out from week to week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Alright.
just have to make it new every time you go to a different map.
MC, kill Farengar.
Farengar is currently deaf. Poor Dragoon has it as bad as Talia. The cat just fell hundreds of feet or something. Not hundreds of feet, fucking hell.
Like tens of feet.
It's a cat that lands on feet.
It did actually, yeah. So, MC's turn. He looks around, just twisting his neck unnaturally, taking just a gasp of the situation, and he lets out in his booming voice, "If this form is going down, you are going down with me. Please, both of you, make a I have a shadow sprite as well, I guess. Actually, yeah. Could you guys make an acrobatics check, please?
I suppose so.
One of the few things I have a plus in.
As soon as I remember how. Aha! we gotten any inspiration recently?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Guys, seriously. Remember, because you guys forgot, you guys give out inspiration to each other now. So, when someone does something awesome, you each have 1 inspiration to give out.
Yay.
Sam rolled a natural 20 last time and got up with 1 hit point.
That would have
So
been a perfect time, but too late.
I was gonna give my on a paper spider climbing over a motherfucking building and jumping on a god's face.
I know, right?
What I will also say, more as a plea, don't just give it to one player. If one player does something awesome and someone's already given their inspiration for it, try not to
Yeah,
give
try
them...
and diverse it.
Yeah.
Well, you're only
Roughly
letting us
try
level
and
one
get it
anyway, right?
1 for each player. So, hand them out kindly.
Can I give one to Marie for not taking any damage in the fight?
Fuck off.
Where is it in the fight?
Constancia!
Exactly.
I don't remember if I have
This
initiative or-
sprite needs to make a acrobatic
I-
skill check as well.
I don't remember if I have an inspiration or not.
Megan, you do not. No.
Did I pass?
Well, I'm waiting for the shadow spirit to make a skill check. Acrobatics.
Oh, we were
I can do
failing
that?
we were failing DC 19s last time, so probably not Sam.
I didn't know my dad had to make an acrobatics too. I'm so sorry. Let
I'm
me just
gonna
roll that.
die.
Where is he? Where is it?
Should have ran.
Alright, where's
I didn't have time to from getting up.
17.
I probably should
So-
have done before that, but still.
The MC, he literally... He starts having balls of magic in his arms as he literally jumps, not that high, and lands down on all 4 as the ground beneath your feet starts to tremble as it just falls away into a dark, inky abyss. Now, this shadow spirit, he gathers something's coming, so he quickly makes a dodge roll out of the way. Eldrin, slightly smarter, he knows something's about to come, so he prepares himself for this drop, but unfortunately not quite well enough to jump out of the way. Constancia
Slightly smarter.
is
Ouch.
too busy taunting him to notice, trying to desperately defend her friends and grab his full attention, does not notice
better.
and starts plummeting to the ground.
I apologize for the gif I sent.
And so I click on that.
Ooh.
Oh.
Goblin King.
Oh no!
Oh, I know this place. Oh no.
Is this the Shadowfell?
Is it underground?
Oh
This
god.
is... I will tell you in a minute. Give me 1 split second to get the music sorted, my ladies and gents.
Bananas? Don't trust me.
This, you guys fall up. It's not as... You're not too sure where you fall. It's about a 20-foot fall. Honestly, remind me if you do not mind the rules on fall damage.
Alright, for every 10 feet you fall past 10 feet, it's a d6 damage. And you can allow players an acrobatics check, DC 10, not to fall prone when they take this damage.
I will let you take another one to make sure you do not fall prone. But please also roll 1d6.
Damaging myself.
Well,
Three
I'm
damage.
dead.
Eldrin,
no matter what I roll.
he was ready for this.
Oh, thank
He
fuck.
lands agilely and ready.
Here's your second acrobatics check. Hey.
And as you guys start to look around you, you see beneath your feet, like you're stepping on, an inky, just dark and muddy sand. And it's, although you can just about see because of your dark vision and all that, it is unnaturally dark down there. And you can...
Looking up,
Mhm.
Do I see the sunlight, like in a hole above us?
You do.
Oh,
Is this where I think it is?
Yes.
it's the under.
It's the under.
The Underdark of the Under.
If I hold my hand out, is there anything? No, I'm joking.
Oddly enough, though, both of you, especially beneficial to Constantia, do not feel the sunlight's rays, despite you literally just falling down from there. And Eldrin was down here. And this creature goes, I wish you all luck on getting out of here alive. I think I shall leave this form and bid you farewell. As all of a sudden, his mask just vanishes from his face, leaving his body still there in a kind of ready and combat stance.
Hmm. Well, shit.
I can.
La 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 la.
It's kind of cool, actually.
I cannot see anything
Constantia
to
and...
hide behind.
Alright, what can I do for you?
Yep, we're going to use your initiation rolls from last map, and that's already started. That's already there, all set up perfectly. So,
What's
since the
your
MC just had his go, it is now Constantia's turn.
Right, and I took 3 damage from the fall?
Yep, and actually, could you make a Constitution saving throw? As you feel this strange black mud pull up at you, not just your body, but your very soul.
Does my necrotic damage resistance help with this at all?
I would say it gives you advantage.
Cool.
As this place takes longer to digest you.
Saving throw.
Did you say digest?
Maybe. And you too, Sam.
Oh.
He's not
Um,
on hit point.
Constitution saving throw, yeah?
Actually, we'll do it at the start of your turn. So, Constantia, make your turn.
Okay. I will, Okay, so, gosh. So this body just looks like it's no longer, like it's on autopilot, so maybe it's not as powerful.
From what you're aware, from what you can see, is it literally has none of the gold on it. It doesn't have the gold rings around the arms. It doesn't have the face either. You're not sure of its power, though.
Okay, more importantly, does it still have the wounds we inflicted on it last
Yes.
time?
It
Okay,
still
good.
looks heavily beaten up.
Fuck. Okay, Hail Mary time. I'm going to give Eldrin an inspiration for not dying when he landed.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
There you go, Eldrin.
I wanted a superhero landing from
I
like
have a
Deadpool.
feeling you're gonna need it. Okay, so I'll just brandish my sword and I'll try to finish this body off. First attack. Swing.
And a miss. I'm pretty sure, is it?
I mean,
What's
unless
his
his
AC?
AC,
I should know this. Yes.
unless
it's
his
a miss.
AC went down.
I know what it was last time, but I don't know if it changed now.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know what his AC is.
As you're still looking.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
You really need flanking rules. Okay, that's my turn. That's all I can do.
Eldrin. Please
Right,
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, lovely. Good.
Okay. It's just an okay. I'm not.
I don't know whether to try and run away or just try and wail the shit out of
We're
it.
in this now. We have to do it.
I'm gonna do the smart thing, and I'm gonna move around next to Constantia, who has a shield.
Oh yeah, that is actually pretty smart.
And then
As
I'm
you
going to-
trudge through the mud, it weighs heavily on your feet. If Eldrin knew such a thing as what's it called? Sinking sand, is that it?
Yes.
It kind of feels a bit like that. It is slowly pulling you in as you walk.
Okay. I'm gonna hit this motherfucker.
That's a hit.
So the combat music stopped.
It's not stopped, it's just changed.
I don't hear anything.
You might need to turn it up.
I think I need to know as well. Oh, yep.
Oh. It's very
And
quiet.
then my second.
-8 damage, that's a hit. Another -8. Do you have a third one in you?
He doesn't
No,
have a
'cause
third one.
as my bonus action, I'm going to neck a healing potion.
Okay.
No, that's a good idea.
As you
How many
slice
do I have?
twice into his body, he doesn't seem to react to the pain or anything at all, but he is looking very tattered.
Use potion of healing. Will consume item. Yep. Did that do it in the chat? It did, and now I need to roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that all the right things for that? I didn't need to plus or minus anything else, did I?
No, that looks right. Basic healing potion. They're not very powerful, but
No.
every bit counts at this point. Oh, you bastard.
I'm going to absorb element.
Okay. Could you both please also make a dexterity saving throw?
How many spells do I have left to use? I have one. Oh, this is my last spell I'm going to use.
This guy is a demigod. His body can cast spells without his mind.
Yeah. What am I rolling on?
Dexterity saving throw.
Whew.
Dexterity saving throw.
You both pass.
Does that mean we take half damage? Or just negate?
As this ray of just bright light seemingly comes from nowhere and hits the ground, you both manage to dodge out the way completely, with it missing you entirely.
Oh, good. Okay.
I did check, by the way. No, it's not half damage one.
No, I was just
That's-
making sure, because otherwise I'll use absorb as a reaction. But I don't have to, so that's good.
Also, half of that spell was radiant damage. That was about to fuck my day up.
I know. I'm just gonna double check this because I still don't believe that you guys take no damage even on a fucking dodge.
Some spells are like that, but I'll check with you.
Sacred Flame. Flame Light resist radiance. Target receives-
Sweetie, that's... You cast Flame Strike.
Thank you.
That's much more powerful than Sacred Flame. Yep, it's half on a dex.
So let's make dex save for a creature takes. All right then. Yes. Could you? You both made your thing. So.
You need to roll the damage separately, so I can take double of one of the halves and half of the other half. 46 and 46.
You didn't do it fucking right. Alright, fuck that shit. Right, so that is the fire damage.
We can't see the numbers, remember?
It's because I'm clicked on him. Fuck off, mate.
We've never been able to see your enemy numbers.
It's literally on... Right. /R test. Now?
No, there's some setting on your end that you have your rolls hidden from the players.
All
We
of
can
them?
see you rolling. We can see you
It says
rolling.
roll.
We can never see the results.
Right, okay. That's all of it. It's on public roll. I'm not too sure why.
Your rolling is your character.
I am not. I am rolling as myself, actually.
Okay.
Right. The Flame Strike is a 14. The
Total?
fire damage is 14.
Oh.
I will absorb element and
You'll get to absorb element for the total, just so you know.
And the radiant
the radiant and
damage
the thing.
is a
Okay.
13.
Okay, so I'm taking 7 and 13 damage. And, Sam, you see as the radiant damage, just like you see it peel away Scontancia's, like, flesh, and she lets out a pained cry.
Ston can't see us.
Oh, what is that film when they throw a flashbang at like it's like a monster and it like starts peeling it back?
highlight jumped out of it. It killed me.
You're gonna have to explain absorb elements to me, Sam, or send me a link.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how
Okay,
to
so
roll properly again.
may I?
Yes.
Okay, so you took a total of what was it, 14 and 13 damage?
Mm-hmm.
So 14 plus 13. So 27 damage. So you take half of that first off, so you're dead.
Yeah.
And then absorb elements just would be on your sword. You would get a d6 of fire / radiant damage.
Okay.
On your next swing, but since you went down, you probably won't get to use it.
It empowers my next swing whenever, so it could be in like 4 days.
I think it has a time limit and maybe concentration. I'm not sure. I'll double check for you.
Because if not, it's still fine to have it. Like, oh, just some random
Sparks,
radiant
for your
damage.
benefits, absorb elements as an Eldritch Knight. As a reaction for one of his spells, he can gain resistance to a spell that he's being hit with,
Yes.
and then get a d6 of that element on his next attack.
I did double
I
check,
keep-
so but thank you.
Do I keep the resistance because I done it on fire last time in a fight? So does that resistance carry over, or just for this turn?
It's a one. It's until the start of your next turn.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like end of combat thing.
No.
So I'm dead.
Well, you're unconscious again.
Yeah, so I'll put myself to 0.
Oh.
But I do have. Was it a D6 of fire? Did you say?
It fades at the end of your next turn if you don't use it. So
Ah,
Someone's talking to you in chat.
I can roll a 20. Roll a 20. Roll a 20.
Hello, Simon. Fancy seeing you here, but regardless. So, Sam, as he gets hit by this strike, he manages to dodge out of the way from the most of it, trying desperately hard, like literally fists like crossed up towards the sky, absorbing some of it into his sword, and it's just not quite enough as he falls fat face into the ground on death saving throws.
He.
Constancia, please make a Constitution saving throw.
with advantage.
Yes.
Let's see, this place is kind of nice. Should come down here earlier. Let's see. Here we are.
Holy fuck. Right, you're good. What do you want to do?
This guy looks like he's still got a lot of fight left in him, doesn't he?
He seemed completely emotionless and pretty much just still. He does look pretty tattered up, though.
I don't think I can kill him before he kills us. Looking to my right, do I see a wall over there? Like, is this a room or is this an endless darkness?
It's just an endless dark muddiness, that is all.
So there's no wall at all, like, leading back up?
Nope.
Well, that certainly limits my options. I think I'm gonna have to play a risky play here. Being hit with the radiant damage, Constancia will just kind of hiss up at this creature. Some of her feral nature exposed. And she will slam her sword to the ground, point first, as fog billows out in every direction.
Okay.
Fog cloud. God, I can't help you yet, Sam. I'm sorry.
That's right.
These people don't know
I
it.
think that's all I can really do. on
But
this
I
one.
am literally screaming
oh
at
no,
this right now
Yeah, no, nothing
for
can be done.
Constancia
I was like,
to
shit,
fucking
is it
kill
I'm
him.
gonna move though.
It's so
just in
close.
case he,
You
tries
just have to
swing where I
attack
was.
once, woman, please.
How do I move myself?
I want to move Sam to where I was, and I'm gonna move someone else.
Well, no, I'm just like moving because
No, no.
unless he has blind sight, he may be blind inside this fog.
But can he see without the mask?
We don't know. We'll find out.
So,
That's my turn, Sparks.
your turn, you did a 20-foot... Is it heavy obscured or light obscured?
It is complete obscurement.
Okay. Eldrin, please make a death saving throw. 1d20.
Ooh.
Okay. And could you also make a constitution saving throw?
Oh god.
I'm editing your sheet, by the way, don't you worry.
Who, me?
Yeah, to put on your death saves.
Oh, okay.
Make constitution. Alright. Sam, you feel, as you are laying there on the floor, you feel slightly ready to get back up, but at the same time, it would be so easy just to drift off to sleep in this mud. It's cradling you and just cuddling you like there is no tomorrow. It's oddly very comforting.
A gift Sam just sent to the group.
That is pretty accurate.
Oh, if only we could show that.
So, I just have to check if this guy can fucking see. You are right next to him.
Blind sense, blind sight would be what would let him. Tremor sense, that kind of thing, would be what you could see through fog with. Or some sort of magical god ability that just says, fuck your fog, I can see anyway.
Okay. So, this guy here, the MC, not actually the MC anymore, he's gonna pick up his staff and just bang it down on the floor where Eldrin is, trying to push him deeper into the mud.
Hey!
Ouch.
Sam, what is your AC? Do they even get an AC check if they're down on the floor?
Yes, your AC
No.
is...
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
armor, isn't it?
Your AC is still there. Even
But
dodge
disadvantage?
AC.
isn't it?
Even dodge AC for some reason. He would get disadvantage from the fog, but advantage because he's prone, so it's a straight roll.
Mine is a 19. It's
Alright.
next to the thing on the turn order.
Don't get hit.
I want pie. That's what I feel like right now.
He strikes
Poor Sam.
down into the mud, unfortunately catching on to Eldrin. As you get,
This is
I
how it
believe,
is.
another death save against you.
Ooh.
And I'm not 100% unsure on the actual rules of death saves when down, but I believe it's based on the damage or something like that, but I'm not going to do that. I think just being actually hit and getting one death save is enough. You guys don't need like multiple death saves applied due to damage or something, which is how I think it's officially.
I think the in-book is if you get hit, it's 2 instant fails
Yeah.
while you're down, but I think that's a bit cruel.
Yeah, Megan is right in this instance. It's the exact wording is you take, if you're hit in melee while you are down, you get, it's an automatic crit, which equals 2 death saves, would be how it was worded. But I agree with Sparks and Megan that it's a bit harsh.
Yeah,
So
fuck that shit.
So, Eldrin, as this rod digs deep into your chest, it actually, not only is it feeling really relaxing, being pushed even deeper into this mud, just barely your face showing now. Your mind starts to also... do you mind making a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom.
Yes.
He's just
I'm
no, he's not dying.
Stacking on these saves.
He's not dying, Sparks. He's just what's it called? He's going for one of those spa treatments. Those what are called mud bath or mud wrap thing.
You bastard.
And as
Holy
this
shit.
tip of the
I've-
staff hits you, you also, although your body is at peace, your mind is in absolute fear and panic at this creature ahead of you.
When he hits me with the staff, can I slightly grasp it so I pull out of the mud slightly?
Nope, he's literally shoving
still
you in
unconscious.
further. Constancia,
My
it
wisdom's
is your
10.
turn.
As soon as you said
Alright.
wisdom, I was like,
I'm
oh
gonna
no.
reach down and pull Sam out of the mud and put him on my shoulder.
Please.
Stab him, cons. Stab him, Khan. You can do it.
You gonna stab him or you gonna pull out Sam?
I said I'm pulling Sam out of the mud.
Okay, I was just double checking.
You can pull Sam after the MC is dead.
Please make a straight strength check.
Okay.
I'm a
terrible.
really light elf.
Sam, just remind me, what type of armor are you wearing? What weight?
Medium.
Yep. You successfully,
vampire.
Constantia, managed to pull him slightly out of the mud.
Really?
Yes, really.
Just slightly.
Yes, slightly.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna die.
And that is your action. Do you have a bonus action or anything you wish to do, Constantia?
So, so I've pulled him slightly out of the mud, which means I've still got a hand on him, right?
I would say so.
I would like to pull him away from the MC. So how many squares of movement can I get with Sam with him still being stuck in the mud as he is?
I would say you and with him in tow could probably move half your movement speed.
Sweet. I'm gonna pull him all the way over here. And put him yeah, perfect. Okay, that's my turn.
Eldrin, please
Sam,
make a
don't
death
save any-
saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. Please also make a Constitution
Constitution.
saving throw. As the mud tries to pull you in deeper. Okay. You do not sink any deeper into this mud, despite being very tempted to.
Ready?
On second thought, I should have probably made that a will save, not a Constitution save. But it's a mix of your soul also being pulled out of you, so fuck off.
What is a will save on?
What is a will save on?
Yeah, it's a will save. Where's that?
Wisdom, I think.
No, I'm really
Yeah.
happy with it being Constitution.
Yeah, I started
My
off with
wisdom-
Constitution, so I'm going to stick with Constitution. Right, it's
Yeah,
this bloke's guy.
My wisdom 10.
Looks like we have vanished into the fog.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Very chill.
Love the music.
Don't give up on killing him yet.
What?
Talia
No,
is the most fucking blood-hungry person here.
No, but I am blind and paralyzed and deaf, okay? Talia is not bloodthirsty, but I sure as hell want someone to stab.
I got
If
given
I-
2 death saving throws instantly and
If I
down.
left Sam in there, he would have died. That was more important at the moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you guys, at least Eldrin for sure, is a magical being.
Am I?
What?
Yes. Let me just double check something.
Oh, is it Fey ancestry?
Detect magic. You can see a faint
Am I-
aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And you learned at School of Magic, if any. Because the MC totally needs to learn more magic, right, guys?
This asshole's cheated.
Shit, I call it cheating.
And that
I think he's looking up a walkthrough. He should know.
He is going to fucking walk over to where Eldrin is currently. And that's his go over. Constantia, it is your turn.
God.
Can I get him onto my shoulder without spending an action?
Nope, because you would need to try and pull him out of the mud again.
Okay. Will I do that?
You want to try and pull him out? Please make another strength check.
Hopefully it's easier this time because he's not as deep.
Yeah, I'm further out of the mud now. Oh, does that help?
No. Constantia, as much as you pull the Constantia, as much as you pull him, the mud just pulls back. As eventually you just have to let go of your grasp on him. Although he hasn't sunk
I refuse
any
to do
deeper.
that. I refuse to let go of him. I may not get any progress, but I'm not gonna just give up. and let
It's
him
more that
sink
you
into-
put in all of your might to pull him up, and then your just hand more slips than anything.
Hmm.
Not that you
So I
just let
get-
go of him willingly.
Right, I gotcha. So I've got 2 attacks, and you can substitute a grapple for your extra attack. Can I try again? If not, I have something else I can try.
You can, but I'm gonna say it would be at, just warning you beforehand, it would be at a disadvantage if you did try again.
Well, this fucker's cheating, so I'm not Skew Sparks, but this evil god we challenged is clearly up to some sus stuff. So I'm gonna step closer and try to put my sword into him to, I guess, give.
You're going
Eldrin a
Battalia route.
Not the Talia, the Megan.
Guys, I look, I gotta look. You can't make me second guess every choice I try to do. Like I'm trying
I'm
my best
encouraging you
here.
to stab him.
Kill that motherfucker!
Stab him.
I'm playing a judgmental asshole. Don't worry about me.
Quit
I'm
it.
playing the person that needs help on the floor. Kill that
This-
motherfucker.
This is hard enough without the extra added pressure. Let's see.
Pressure.
I guess I'll spend my other attack and try to stab the MC. And I'll say, "Get off of him, you bastard." Where is
Oh,
it?
I just imagine the scene from Aliens.
Strength. Here we go. Get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
19. That was almost a crit.
How do you want to finish it?
Well, I'm not done yet.
Yes!
As soon as Eldrin's post gets out of the way. There we go.
How
3
do
more
you want to
damage.
finish it?
As he's just trying to push Eldrin deeper into the mud, Constantia comes out of the fog and is just like, "Get away from him, you bitch!" And then shoves her candy sword right into this fucker and just like hilts it as deep as she can with all of her fury and just snaps it off at the hilt before staggering back and like falling into the mud herself.
Alright, please give me 1 split second. I can just flat out close that. You're deader than a dead dodo, my friend.
Who?
Not you.
Well, I guess
Oh,
part of
Sam?
my plan, part of my plan was means of some great.
See,
It's
I
perfect,
imagine
I'm
this
good.
last being the NPC is just this.
I wish Discord pop-ups didn't come in the lower right corner of my screen.
I'm gonna delete the fog and everything since it's no longer needed, if that's okay.
Yeah.
No, they don't come up. Oh, mate, oh, I think I've got mono on my other
It's,
monitor. That's
it's still
probably
here
why.
in narrative, just
So, as you look, he slowly, as he gets stabbed, once again, you don't see or sense anything from it. As the body just starts to crumble, as the mud greedily grasps it, seemingly crawling up him, as it reabsorbs it back into it, until it's just pretty much completely vanished, unless you want to do something before that happens.
Search the body.
Hang on. So I am not one of the. I know some other players would try to make a greedy grab for that staff of his, the one that does like 90 psychic damage on hit. But I'm more concerned with Eldrin at the moment, so he can sink to the hell for all I care.
As his body slowly sinks down into the mud.
DM is happy that she doesn't have to deal with that overpowered item.
Meanwhile,
Can
let's see.
Can I try to get Eldrin out of the mud first, or?
Nope. Please give me 1 split second to set this next part up.
I want to give an inspiration to Constantia for like rescuing me that entire fight, rather than just like running straight in and be like, "Oh fuck this guy in the mud." That was very like cool cinematic. I can imagine her like dragging me along while swinging a sword above my head, like "Fuck off, go on."
Right. Whew. That was stressful. Where do I even put
You're telling me.
Where do I even put inspiration on this character sheet?
I don't know.
I guess resource 2 can be inspiration. Good job,
Holy
Sparks. That
shit.
was really cinematic.
So, unbeknownst to you guys, Marie has been alerted to what is going on by Sayora, Alistair, Lauren's not there, and Marshmallow, where the fuck is this last person? And Francine.
Nope.
So, and the Nug, I forgot the fucking.
It's alright. As long
I
as
fucking hate all of you.
It's alright, everyone forgets the dog.
So yes.
She has too many pets.
So while you guys were fighting for your life, and after Talia had fucked off, the hamster in tow with most of the crew, like Sayora, Alistair, and Francine, were running over to the plane to inform Marie roughly what was going on. And then they started making their way to this brand new desert city.
Making my way downtown.
So Marie, as you enter
Yeah.
this city, crew in tow, including a giant fucking wolf, ahead of you, you see hundreds of just mud. Loads of mud just splattered along the floor. You see Farengar slightly in the distance, kind of, what is he? I think he's deafened. Like, looking around desperately and panically, whilst PDT is tending to a dragoon that is on the floor, not moving at all.
Is my shadow dude still there? Where's he gone now?
He would be gone now.
Cool.
Actually, I shouldn't.
Sam, can you still see?
Hmm?
Can you
I
still
can
see
see
the
why.
map?
You've been dragged one tile out of it, so is that what? Can you not see?
No, I was asking you if you could see. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Oops.
where's that?
So, Marie, it's up to you what you do now.
Well, I can't see where we was. I can see where they are.
Yeah, you're fine.
Confused.
Ah, fuck it. I'm trying to fucking zoom in and out, but I'm just spinning Marie right now. Sorry.
You spin me
There
right
we go.
round, baby, right round.
Ah. Fucking
Ah.
hell. Got moved.
Let's see where I am.
Okay.
Oh no, didn't move me.
So Marie is gonna run forward, trying to get to, like, where the action is type thing, where everything is, and, like, go to PDT
Hang on a minute.
to say,
As you pass, his back was towards you. As you pass Farengar, I'm guessing you take a cursory just glance at him whilst you're moving over.
yeah, I just glance at him. I don't.
He has the mask that you have seen before that originally belonged to VMC on his face.
What the fuck?
What?
It is up to you what you do now.
Marie's gonna like, cause she's over here type thing, cause she was running straight to them.
Mhm.
She's gonna move over to, like, hop onto the tables and shit just to look at Farangar and see what the fuck's going on.
Oh no.
Yeah. He looks up at you. And it just goes, and in the same voice as the MC, he goes, "I'm sorry, this form does not currently have any hearing. I can't hear anything you say. Not that's the point." And then, like,
Okay.
that's not the point. My point is about to be made. And all of a sudden, in a bigger booming voice, seemingly coming from all over the under, coming out of nowhere, comes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I am back and reclaiming the under. All non-native creatures to this realm, please make an orderly way to the new city where the walled garden used to be. And you will have 2 weeks to find your own way out of my realm. Those who are denizens of the under or born of the under may stay here as long as they wish. And that is about all. I should also warn you, attempts to go against this will be met with great force and resistance and punishment, as some unfortunate people have already found out. And that is all." As all of a sudden his mask just sort of spins in midair and just vanishes off of Farangar. And Farangar looks a
Wait.
bit stunned, a bit out of it.
Wait, was that the writer speaking or the MC?
The MC.
EMC.
Enter.
Okay.
The
No,
writer has an
you said
Irish
the
accent, a
mask,
bit
the
more like
writer's
this.
mask.
The most useful
Sorry, that
Farragar
the
spin
mask.
is as a
I thought you
speaker.
said the mask on Farragon's face was the writer's mask.
No.
I thought he was talking, and I got real confused for a sec.
Hey,
Uh,
Farengar put himself at risk for us last turn. That was like a really big moment for him.
Yeah, true.
Yeesh.
Megan, the answer is yes. Same with your nug. Can you control those
Ooh.
two?
Yes, I can.
Move them
thank you.
around and stuff.
Cool.
You.
Marie.
I have turned the wizard into a hamster, ladies and gents.
And Marie, I just sort of talking to like Marie. You didn't notice you're so busy like running off. Marsh was like.
Marie just sighs and turns over to the hamster, just like, "S, want feral hamster thing."
And he jumps on you, and this is being allowed by the DM. Puts his hands on you and uses Talia's ability to cast message onto you. And goes,
Marie, it's me. I can't move right now, or see, or hear, technically outside of my head. So I'm just letting you know I'm trying to get everybody to safety, but I may need your help because, like I said, I'm paralyzed, and the only thing I can really do is control Marshmallow right now.
Shit, yeah, I can't really do anything to help you with the paralyzation and shit.
No, don't worry,
What
that'll
do
wear
I
off in like an hour.
Still not great. I don't really.
Essentially, I'm just trying to catch you up.
and she's like, and basically, I'm gonna catch up. Basically, what you weren't aware of, like only
Yeah.
from Talia's. She only had like half of the battle, and just filling in that Eldrin and Constantia were badly injured, that they were potentially dying. All that sort of rough understanding of what happened, so that it's easier for you to navigate and figure things out.
Okay, I can help with Eldrin and Constantia when I find the fuckers.
What do you mean when
Trying to
you
be-
find them?
I can't see them.
They're not at the site anymore? This is a way
No.
high-pitched voice than Talia normally talks in.
It's coming from a
Happy
hamster,
Kind
so.
of because she's surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a mix
she's a
of surprise
surprise
and
hamster.
hamster. Surprise hamster.
Ma'am, it fits.
Woo.
They were right there. Are you sure?
Is there like a big hole
Um,
over there where we were?
Marie wouldn't really be able to see it because Dragoon's body's kind of blocking the view at the moment.
Yeah, Marie is gonna hop
Wait, hang
down
on.
from the table she was on to talk to Farangard, lifting your boy Marshmallow into her hands and almost putting him in her tits like she usually does with him.
And
But
he's
then
like,
remembering, hey, this is Talia, and just like, let's just
Let's
him on
not
the whore.
traumatize the wizard.
I thought that went completely opposite direction. I thought it was like, remembers that this is Talia, and then with extra gusto, just forces him down in there.
No,
Yikes.
no. Just starts making her way back to PDT where she was.
As you get closer to Dragoon, you see he's actually half lying on something. And as you take a closer look, you see it is a corpse with just a hat that you can vaguely recognize as River.
Oh,
I
honey.
was so worried when you said a corpse.
And as you see, the sprite that took River's mask, which was the writer, went with, what's her name?
Oh,
Talia.
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
So yeah, you come across, PDT is just like fussing over Dragoon, saying, Dragoon, don't go, please stay, I really like you, please don't go, Dragoon. And she's like waving her hand in front of its kind of face mask thing. You
Why
there,
do they
Dragoon, please don't. It's fine that you fell, everyone falls, don't worry about it. Just come back, don't you worry. Just please don't worry.
Marie kind of frowns seeing this and like kind of nervously looks down at her hands and just like, fuck, hope this fucking works and can do something to help, and kind of just puts a hand on Dragoon and casts Cure Wounds on Dragoon.
Alright, please give me 1 split second because I need to update Talia's character sheet. Just your spells.
Yeah, it's fine.
There you go, Talia. Your spells should be updated. I don't know how well they're done, but you can just check that out on the downtime for you. You're casting
cool.
Cure Wounds on Dragoon, yes?
Yes, Cure Wounds.
Do you make your roll for it?
Yep. Ba-ba-bum. So yeah,
Yep, click on the healing.
Marie has done.
In chat, there's a
okay.
healing button. Just click that.
And just normal. 4. It's not much, but it's something.
As you put your hands on poor Dragoon, Dragoon doesn't react at all. Doesn't move, doesn't make a noise or anything, but you feel your magic has gone into him. That
Can I
didn't
tell
help,
if
that
it's,
didn't
like,
do anything to
actually
Dragoon, he's
helping?
still just lying there not reacting.
I'm sorry, I haven't really done magic much before, so I'm just trying my best. Fucking, I don't know where my friends are or anything.
Marie, let me see if I can perhaps try and instruct you to help bind the wounds and whatnot.
Okay.
Cool. DM, I would like to attempt to instruct Marie to help bind these wounds, try and heal him up as much as he can, and get him up.
I'm just looking at the fucking effect that Dragoon has on him right now and just laughing.
Marie, could you please make
What effect?
what would memory be under?
Memory.
Anyone?
History, I guess.
in
Sure.
intelligence or wisdom, generally you can
Oh, it's because he's stunned. I didn't realize he was also stunned.
Talia, not Talia, Bean, could you make either intelligence or wisdom, whatever's higher for you, check real quick?
Honey, it's both the same. It's both -1.
Well,
Because Talia doesn't know. Talia doesn't know what happened to Dragoon. She just saw him go down.
that's a history check, not just an intelligence or wisdom check.
For me as well.
Oh,
No,
either
just
way,
for
it's
Marie.
oh for wisdom. You said wisdom.
Wisdom
or-
or intelligence,
yeah.
up to you.
Do wisdom. Wisdom's better. Ability check, right?
yes.
Yep.
Sexy. Just
Right,
normal.
as you recently remember from a talking hamster, that Talia was too blind, deaf, and paralyzed. And you remember distinctly she said it would only last an hour. Looking at Dragoon, you kind of safely realize that probably after an hour, despite all his wounds, he will be okay.
Okay.
And PDT's probably just a bit panicky, because she does not know.
Marie just kind of grabs PDT's shoulders and turns her to look at her and just says, PDT. Dragoon is currently paralyzed. It'll only last for an hour, but he will be fine, okay?
But he's not. He just fell out of the sky. I just want my
Yes.
Dragoon back.
He will come back. It's just for an hour. It's just for an hour, darling. It's just 1 hour. You can stay with him. Everything will be fine. I even helped heal him up a little bit from his injuries. It's gonna be okay.
Fine,
Now.
I guess, but I just want to stay with Dragoon.
It's fine. Did you see where Constantia and Eldrin went?
PDT just kind of looks up at you, looks over her shoulder downwards.
Wait. How tall is PDT? Or is she like sitting down or something right now?
She's sitting down, like, fussing over Dragoon.
Okay. I was confused because Marie's fucking 5'2".
And PDT just kind of points down towards the hole. They fell down there. I don't know what happened. The MC was with them, and he's really not a good guy. You shouldn't go down there. It might not end well for you.
Marie's gonna walk over to the hole and look down it to see about how far it is.
1 second.
It's not. It's for after.
Yes, believe me, Onafe. Yes, thank you, actually, Onafe. So, for people not in the know, Onafe just very kindly sent me a token for Marie. Legitimately, it has been on my to-do list. I keep forgetting every single fucking session. It's hilarious. No,
it
it
was
is
an
needed.
optional suggestion.
It is needed because
Okay.
I still haven't even got that far, I don't think.
I asked as well, but you were like, "No, it's a kale sword," and so I was like, "Okay."
And I just kept forgetting. So yes, if we have a little break, then we'll do that. Then I'll sort that out. Right. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to work some other stuff out. All right. What choice do you choose then, Megan? What form?
You know already, though.
If Marshmallow just like Naruto poofs into a clone of Talia, I'm going to freak out. Because that would be too cool.
I'm legitimately not sure which one she's on about.
Well, I don't even know
Yeah,
what's
I'm-
being talked about yet, so I'm waiting with
Same.
bated breath.
Yeah, I'm just typing.
But like if Marshmallow
You
just
can
goes,
just say, you don't have to type it out.
No, I want to be surprised.
I just pray that it's something I have in my list. Alright,
Make it not.
all of a sudden, as Marie kind of looks back at to where the hamster was, he just vanishes all of a sudden. But not before 3 more just appear from where he was originally standing.
3 different hamsters.
Yes, 3 different hamsters.
Interesting.
Okay.
Right, Marie.
And they kind of go run up to you, like sort of line up, Marie, look at you, and then do like a little like, meh, and they all like salute, like we're ready for order.
Oh my god, there's 3 of them now. They can duplicate. Did they have the sex?
Apparently, this is the first I've been fucking hearing of it.
Can we have multiple dragoons? Ew.
I think this is a marshmallow thing.
Oh.
Marshmallow and low.
And one of the hamsters like waves you over to Marie, and, like puts his hands like it's gesturing, it like wants to touch.
I just imagine they had out.
Marie kind of
3
heads over and just like leans down, like kneels down so that the hamsters can get up.
I think that hamster's
And, like-
trying to talk to her.
And the one crawls up and touches you.
We were sent by Talia. She summoned us. We're ready for your orders to help secure the Under in any way possible. She will also communicate with you when required.
Oh, okay. Why don't a touch thing? I'm just gonna puts like 2 of them on her horns and just like looks down at the other one and says, and just says, "Is Talia still looking through y'all?"
Not all at once, but she can switch between us when she wishes.
Okay, Talia, don't look at through the one that's like not being touched by me right now, because she's got 2 of them on either horn. And she's gonna pick up the 3rd one and put it between her tits, because it's Marie.
And you hear Talia go pop into the normal hamster voice.
You mean, oh, I see. Never mind.
Or he just says,
Oh, that's warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hamster's like. By the way, guys, that is the spell Flock of Familiars. I just summoned extra friends to help me.
Alright, before we get back upstairs, we're gonna quickly pop downstairs to Constantia and Eldrin. So,
Alright.
remembering the last turn order and what's just happened, I would say that Eldrin would need, before Constantia could do anything, Eldrin would need to make another death saving throw.
yeah, my last one.
And a constitution saving
Well,
throw.
It's 3 saves or 3 fails, and that's when you have to stop making them. It's not a total
You
of 3.
start sinking further
Oh no,
into the
I'm
mud.
already on 2 passes. And a constitution
Saving throw.
as well.
Yep.
Constitution.
Okay.
Haha, fuck you,
And
mad.
it's Constantia, what do you wish to do? Eldrin is pretty much just his face is showing at the moment. But his
Oh, I thought
eyes,
he was halfway out.
he's literally just sunk deeper back in.
I just rolled a
No.
20.
Yes, but you also rolled a 7 on your death saving throw, so the mud is slowly grasping you down. He does seem to be a lot more conscious, so his eyes are open.
I'm gonna reach into the mud and grab him and pull him out. Can I use my athletics at all, or is it still straight strength?
Straight strength.
Okay.
Yep, you managed to pull him out just a little bit. I should actually probably put that here.
Come on, out of the mud with you.
Yep. You start to lift him out. Once again, he's more halfway out. The lower half of him still isn't. Eldrin, please make once again the same again.
Okay. Come on, you motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, you stabilize.
Yep. You are no longer dying.
Do you want me to make a constitution?
Yes, please. Okay. Yep. You do not sink any deeper into the mud.
Does that mean I'm unconscious now?
You're conscious, you're alive. You're still feeling the wave of it's really comfortable, but you're aware of what's happening. You're back on 1
Did
HP.
we- I'm just gonna look
Oh.
at Constantia and go, did we win?
sorry, I didn't expect you to regain consciousness.
Punches me back to sleep and just
I'm gonna say-
carries on pulling me out the mud.
I'm gonna say shut up and help me get you out of the mud because this stuff is really, really wanting you.
Constantia,
Must be my personality.
make a strength throw with advantage. Because I'm
Sure.
guessing Eldrin's gonna fucking try and get out as well, unless he's willing to
Yes.
accept his fate.
Hey, it's above 10.
You managed to successfully pull him out of the mud. I've been
Alright,
forgetting
I'm
to
gonna-
do some rolls, so
I'm gonna pick him up and put him over my shoulder.
before you do that, are you sure you want to weigh yourself down more in this mud?
Well, I seem to be at least somewhat resistant to sinking in, so yes, I don't want Eldrin to die.
Okay. So where are you trying to go to?
Like, haven't really gotten that far. Step one was get Eldrin out of the mud.
That's where the sunlight is.
I'm just kind of look up at the sunlight, look around, and I should have like 120 foot in every direction. And you're saying, and just to confirm, within that distance, no walls or pillars or anything I could climb up.
Not really, no.
How high is the ceiling?
Roll a perception.
So is this the only time, Constance, you can look directly at the sun and not be...
Well, I'm not
completely
in
fucked?
the sunlight. It's ambient light coming out.
No, but I mean, like, I think if you can still see up there, but it's not affecting you, can you technically look at the sun but not be,
I've
like,
got a hood
screwed?
on.
No, I mean, like, without it affecting you.
Roll a perception and an arcana.
Why do you keep trying to make this harder on me, Sam?
No, I know, I'm asking because this would be, like, a really interesting thing as a vampire if you can actually look directly at the
Perception,
sun.
nat 20.
Because
Nice.
if you're a vampire and you can actually look directly at the sun without a hood or without covering yourself because of, like, the magical
I'm
thing
not
of this place.
looking directly at the sun. I wouldn't even chance it. It's
And an arcana, if you do not mind.
sure.
A perception. You
I'm
see
not really
everything.
I'm not really a wizard, but have a 14.
Okay. So, as you look around, you see seemingly the mud desert does just go on forever. It is pretty much mostly flat. There's a few stones here or there, but not really many. Nothing that you
Kind
could
of a nice
climb
place.
up on or leverage yourself. The only life form down here that you can see seem to be some form of crab,
Ooh,
just snapping away.
I like crabs.
Ooh,
And
food.
as you turn your attention up to the sky, you see something. You see through something. It doesn't quite make sense. Although you've fallen 20 feet, at the same time, it looks to be a lot shorter and a lot longer at the same time.
It's like an illusion, or
Some sort, yes. And you gather from both your knowledge and stuff that you might be able, one of you might be able to climb on top of the other to help climb out. But you're not 100% sure, because half the time it looks like you could do that, but the other half it looks like you'll need like 3 ropes tied together.
Yep.
I have an idea. Could we tie a rope
are
to
you
an
saying
arrow?
this now, or
Yeah, well, as like Eldrin, I'm like, we could tie a rope to an arrow or a spear and chuck it out.
you're no in shape? Yeah, you're in no shape to do much with that. I don't know. I'll actually take my You have a spare short sword on your person, right? A scimitar or something?
Yes.
Alright, I'll draw that, and I'll let you help me tie the rope to it.
Can I also look at the menacing crab that is snapping away and just take a health potion because I realise I'm on 1 HP and I don't want to get killed by a crab?
Do you have any health potions left?
I have 1 more.
Please,
Sure you
could
wanna
you
use it
make
now?
are you gonna try? Are you taking out your health potion, Sam?
I'm going to leave that for now.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, I was gonna make you roll to see if the crab stole it for the funds.
Oh, I'm so
Delicious.
glad. I would have pulled
Delicious
out my bow
crabs.
and arrow.
Right?
Crab meat
Skills your
tonight,
bow and arrow
lads.
first. Yeah, I'll move Sam to my other shoulder, and I'll try to
Hang on 1 minute.
Marie's gonna be able to help with healing in more ways than one, so it's gonna be chill.
Wow,
good.
that's
Nice.
I have health potions and cure wounds, you dumbass.
okay.
Fucking hell. I have a greater healing potion and normal healing potion and one level 1 spell slot left.
I got
To
delivered
do
food.
cure wounds.
I'm a bit in shock, to be honest.
Well,
Out of
she's like,
character, I would advise against using potions since the threat is passed, since they are finite.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know. But I do have more than one in case.
You can always
You
buy
know?
I think
more.
Talia has like
With what?
5 or something.
Now,
Inventory.
So, what is going on? What did I
4.
miss?
I was trying to get us out of here, and you said, "Hang on a second."
Okay,
Yes.
so what's your idea to get out of there?
We've tied a rope to one of Duder's scimitar, and I was gonna like twirl it around and just toss it up out of the hole.
Best
I can
part
get the
is
stick.
my spare scimitar that I'm not using because I currently have like 2 spare, and I had the cutlass that I'm using. The one is weapon bonded, so if we lose it, we can always just bring it back.
How
It
long is
flies
this
up
rope?
and hits Marie in the ass.
All rope comes standard at 50
Just
feet.
killed one of the poor hamsters. Poor
Constantia,
hamster doesn't see it coming.
are you the one throwing it?
Yes.
Let's have a look-see. First of all, make an Arcana check. Second of all...
Again?
Yes.
Okay.
Make a whatever the fuck you would roll to throw it.
How about athletics?
That's 6. No, which one? Athletics? Is that the... Yes, athletics.
I've made my Arcana check.
Yep, I've seen it.
What is it? What's the effect? I'm curious why.
I will see when you throw the next bit.
Okay.
Alright. So as you look up, swirling it, getting ready to throw, with your Arcana check, you are waiting for the right moment to throw it, when it is quite possibly the shortest amount that this rope could reach. And as you let go at
Wibbly
what you
wobbly.
pray to be the right time, it goes soaring up and chunks into something, you're not quite sure. And although the rope,
Marie's ass.
and although you don't,
Sorry.
you fucking fuckers.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it lands with a thunk, the rope falls down, but unfortunately it does not quite reach all the way down.
I wasn't gonna let go of this end of the rope.
In that case,
But-
if you weren't gonna
so-
let go of
So
the
are
end,
you saying that like I toss this motherfucker up 50 feet at the shortest distance, and then the rope stays up there? Like the rope isn't like going up and down as it wobbles, or?
so yeah, you throw it, like fucking past 50 feet, you're not too sure why or how, and it unravels down, but it doesn't quite reach the floor or bottom.
See, I could have tied 2 ropes together if I had some sort of indication before I had thrown.
You did, I told you that the distance isn't steady.
Well, right, but then like logic would dictate that the rope would be going up and down too, and maybe I could jump up and grab it at a low point.
Well, it seems to be at a steady point, unfortunately. Meanwhile, going back to the city, much to everyone's annoyance, Marie! You're
Hi.
about to look down this hole as all of a sudden this sword comes flying up, nearly hitting you probably in the face, as it lands funkly into beneath the sand, into like some kind of bedrock underneath.
It takes that one. Like, it takes that one. The hamsters.
I'm trying to surround them so it's like they're in the positions they are on on Marie.
I need to go low quick. Do you mind?
No, it's Marie's turn anyway, so.
I'm gonna go low quick.
Horns and titties.
Yep, that's what I'm getting.
Horns and titties. Horns and titties.
There you go.
Right, so Marie sees this fucking rope, sword thing just fly at her, and just almost instinctively says, "Hey, watch it, fuckers!" What the fuck?
As you peer over the edge, oddly don't see anything down there. It's just a pure black, empty abyss with a rope going down there.
Marie is going to hoist the rope up, and I do have a plan here. Don't worry, I'm not just stealing your only means of escape.
I have another rope.
Yeah,
Apparently it
that's
won't
the
reach.
thing. So does Marie.
Apparently it won't reach, though. Yeah, go ahead.
As you pull this rope up, it's actually surprisingly short. There's only seemingly 20 feet of it.
Did I miss anything?
Yes, your rope shrunk to
There's
20
only
feet.
apparently 20 feet.
Oh.
And Marie looking down doesn't see jack shit.
Oh.
We're gonna get to the top of this hole and we're all gonna be halfling sized.
The hamster looks at you and goes, like points down, like, should I go?
Can Marie try and make an Arcana check with maybe advantage because of these hamsters? Question mark?
Yeah.
If you throw one of the hamsters down, I'll let you have an advantage.
This hamster's gonna die.
Marie puts Kitty Hamster on the end of the rope, says, "Hold on tight, darling," and just sends the rope down with.
And I just start
Kitty
lowering it
Hamster
down,
on
and like it gives it a little sort of. As you lower it into the
Make an Arcana check with advantage.
What's that film with the hamsters? G-Force. Is it G-Force?
Yeah.
Fucking
That's a
Kitty
G-Force.
Hamster.
You
Fucking
lost
Kitty
your kitty.
Hamster.
As the hamster starts going down, he too do you chuck it or do you hold one end of it? And lower it
Yeah, I
down
still
gently.
like make sure that I'm lowering it down gently. I'm not just
Do I,
throwing
as a
Kitty
hamster,
down.
see anything?
Right, so as Marie lowers down this rope, after a certain point, it's the hamster and just the bottom of the rope disappears. As you pull it up a little bit, down a bit, you notice there is a certain threshold where it just vanishes. Meanwhile, Talia on the hamster is... God knows what she's seeing. She's seeing time and space kind of collapse in on itself, each pulling,
Oh god.
driving...
Oh, she's
poor-
a divination wizard. She's used to that.
The poor hamster's mind, though, that she's occupying, she can sense it. It is going a bit crazy.
Well, we know which one of these hamsters is going to be the crazy hamster now.
I knew!
I assume that's the
Mar-
hamster.
The hamster sneeze.
I know, bless you. I thought you were. I know you were sneezing, but it sounded like you were making a hamster scream.
Thank you for that. My sneezes
Bless
sound
you.
like hamster
Hamster.
screams.
Hamster sneezes.
No, because you went hamster, and it sounded like the first one, so it sounded like you were trying to scream as the hamster.
Like, hot take, you do have a really cute sneeze.
Yes.
Everyone watching
Anyway.
the stream, please agree.
No one's fucking
Anyway.
watching now.
Anyway, Sparkus Boo, could I say that because I'm occupying the hammy's vision, I could protect its brain a little bit? Because technically, like, I'm the one who's occupying the main front.
Go on then. I'll let you have mercy on this poor hamster.
Yay.
I've
So I'm
killed
not
enough
seeing-
random things in like last week.
So Talia isn't seeing Cons or Eldrin, she's just seeing...
When you get to like the bottom bit, you do see them, but as you get lifted up, then you don't.
Could I make a judgment to see, like, ways of potentially getting them out? Like, how long a rope would need to be, or if I could teleport them out, or if they could teleport themselves out?
Make an Arcana and a Perception check.
Like, oh, like, cause does Eldrin, he can do Misty Step, but he needs to see it, right? Where's my thing?
And it's
I
30 feet.
also need to rest.
Because if he can see, maybe if the DM allows, but I'm gonna do an Arcana with advantage.
Nah, just normal, I think. Unless you've got a reason for advantage.
No, just it's because Talia's sort of area. If it's
okay.
divination based, it's Talia's expertise, but that's up to you.
Nah, just normal. And you
Cool.
don't need the advantage anyway.
Yeah.
And a Perception?
Oh, perception. Yeah. Go back in there. But also, like, because potentially, if Sparks allows that, I could perhaps communicate, like, visually connect the hammy to Aldrin so he can see through the other hammies or something. I don't know.
What?
Are you trying to
you-
save their souls by putting them into hamsters?
No,
you
no.
could just
'cause
talk to us
if we,
and then
if
switch
we,
to another
no,
hamster and
Please
talk
turn
to
my
Marie.
party into hamsters. I would love this.
No, so my thing is, if he has to see the space in order to Misty Step, but he can't see through the hole, if a hammy could potentially touch him and channel the eyesight that the other hammies are seeing, maybe he could teleport to the space he could see through their eyes. And no, it's a long shot.
I appreciate your Machiavellian planning here, though.
Hey, it's a wacky campaign. Wacky
if he
things
could,
can happen.
if he could Misty Step, we could just go up to the end of the rope and climb out.
Yeah, I used Misty Step to save BZ's life last time, so.
Well, there we
Yeah.
go. We don't have fucking Misty Step. Right.
I
I
did-
know. I just thought it was an interesting
Oh, yeah.
idea.
All right, Talia.
I didn't want to burst the bubble. I just let the plan go out.
As you go up and down, you realise this kind of magic. You don't know what it is. You've not really seen it before, but you've seen things like it. It's a bit like a bag of holding, where you can just store infinite stuff in the smallest of spaces.
More like a pocket dimension.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, if you lower down your bag of holding, can we climb into it and you pull it up?
Unless you want to suffocate to death.
We got
As
chickens
you
in
look
here.
around,
Comms would be okay because she doesn't breathe. She'll be fine.
as you
You can
look
just have-
around,
You can just have Eldrin keep his head out.
all right. As you look
Sorry.
around, judging your
Sorry.
basis, fuckers, you realise that indeed the range of it is unstable and changing from between 200 feet and about 20 feet.
It's like a time. So we gotta time it. Would you argue? So it's like we could get out with 20 or 30 feet of rope, but it would have to be timed.
It would have to be very precise. There does not seem to be any set pattern to it either, from what you
So
are
what
able
you're saying
to
is-
tell.
We fell at the right fucking moment. It was between
And
20 and
apparently, I
200.
threw the rope
So-
at the wrong moment.
Can Cons and Eldrin just see this hamster going up and down? And up
We're frozen
and
in
down
time.
and
We
up?
can't say or do anything yet.
So, yeah, we will go back down to the mud desert. Could you both please make a constitution saving throw?
Why does he need to make one?
Actually, no, Constancia. Could you please make... Do I make you make one with no advantage, or do I make you make two? Could you make two with advantage, please?
Generally, erring on the side of less rolls is the better choice.
Yes, however, you
As
are
you
carrying
wish.
pretty much the double the weight, so... That's
Oh,
what I'm
he does
going
not
for.
weigh as much as me.
I'm a very
what
light
did you,
elf.
What did you? Hang on. What did you say to make again?
Two with advantage.
Okay. 15 and Constitution saving throw. 16.
Okay. Yeah, you feel it. It doesn't seem to be quite pulling you down, but instead it seems to be pulling up to you.
Yeah, I flick my boots. Get off.
It's more in your bones. You can feel what little is left of your soul or being kind of strapped away. Although you are still fully capable and all that at the moment. But you're able to tell, just judge, that too long exposure down here, regardless, will not end well.
Are you
I
calling me
kinda
an
wanna
undead
see what
monster?
happens. I kind of want to see what happens if I set my sword on fire with green flame blade and sort of just shove it into the mud.
Meanwhile, both of you, as you're looking up, trying to work out what happened to your rope, see all of a sudden it get lower with a little hamster on the end. Start just bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down.
Are you seeing this
So,
well?
if as opposed to reply to Eldrin, Constancia will see the hamster and will say, "Talia, is that you?"
Yeah, it does look different from marshmallow. That would be noted. It's probably a different color and stuff. But you see the hamster look down, and then all of a sudden the eyes glow and goes, and like starts waving at you like excited.
Perfect. There seemed to be some sort of weird space thing going on.
And then like the
have-
hamster goes, like starts nodding, like yeah, like
Uh,
figured.
hang on, she continues to say, have whoever's lowering the rope continue to pull it up and drop it. If we can luck out and lower it when it's shorter, then it will get long and we might be able to grab it.
And like nods, and then like it goes and tries to do some hand things. And you guys, I think, if DM allows, since they've
I can make an insight.
they know marshmallow for long enough that they understand.
Can I make an insight to glean the meaning of the ham speak?
Yes.
Because she can't touch them, so she can't talk to them.
Yes, you can.
Should I also make one? Probably don't
Inside of it's hands to you. You sense the, I will murder you all. We all have the fear of death. I'm going to murder you all like a little demon. But no, actually, you do just sense what Talia said.
Yeah, she tries to like, she's basically trying to say, should I stay on the other end? You can, like, as like a walkie-talkie, basically. She wants to be a walkie-talkie.
Can you jump between the two hamsters? Or wait, I don't know there are two hamsters. Never mind, I don't.
Well, you
say
know that this is
Uh,
a different. You know that this is definitely not marshmallow, and you know that there's marshmallow. So.
Could you make a perception check on a Faye?
Okay. 10.
Looks like the same.
Yeah, you can see out the darkness enough, especially with your good vision and all that. But that is definitely not the same colorings as marshmallow.
Right. All right. So I'll make that leap of logic.
You can presume that there's at least two hamsters.
If you can, switch between to gauge the distances. It may take a bit, but I'll look over to like these rocks. This mud seems to steal souls, so I don't suggest anyone else coming down here.
She's like this. I can stand on your shoulder.
I mean, if it wants to drop, I'll catch it. But I've already got Eldrin on one shoulder.
It's a way to communicate, basically, because
Yeah, okay,
she'll drop
sure.
and then she'll communicate to the other hamster.
Yeah, I'll catch it.
Yeah, okay. Hammy drops.
Put it between my boobs. Kidding. I'm armored there.
The running joke of just hamsters in boobs.
I put it
Yeah.
on my head, like a little.
And as soon as it
There you
touches the head, it like puts its hand and goes,
Hi, Constancia.
Are you all right?
I'm paralyzed, and I'm deaf, and I'm blind, but I'll be okay.
Hopefully, it's not a permanent effect.
I
I'm gonna
found
take.
I've heard of this spell. It should only last an hour. Although I brought I summoned some friends to help me out. They're very sweet.
As I'm listening to this, GM, I am moving towards this rock formation. I'm going to see if setting Eldrin on the rocks and out of the sand can avoid having to make these constant soul save effects. Over here.
Yeah, you can try and move over there.
I want to put him up on these rocks. Just
Cool.
kind of, just kind of set him down on the rocks.
Wall.
It's right here next to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, wouldn't it be pretty
that
good
is
wall?
basically, he can lean against it, but he can't get any foothold onto it, really. He can
I can't
try...
like put him up on it.
There is no really flat section. He can like grasp onto it, like he's climbing, and try and hold himself there.
Eldrin, your magic blade.
What about it?
Put it into the rock.
Ah, yeah, I'll like ice picks.
Can you do that, Jim? Or at least attempt to?
Attempt to, yes. Make a strength check for me.
Magic blades are generally many times over harder than regular materials, so hopefully this works.
Strength check, yeah.
Or I can assist you.
It's already been made. You manage to just get the tip of the blade in, but like the material from below trying to pull you, it seems to actively repulse against it, as you only get the very tip of it in. It is holding for now, but you're not sure for how long.
Can I punch the hilt of his sword with my vampire fist? To drive it in like a hammer?
Sure.
Okay. Do you just want like a damage roll, or...?
I'll just do another strength, it's easier.
Hmm.
Yep, as you hit it in, it surprising like to you because you didn't feel it. It does push back quite a lot at you, but you managed to wedge it in just a little bit more, and you realise you've probably bought it a bit more time being wedged
Right.
in there.
Stay here for the moment. I just kind of like put his little. He's an elf. He can hop up there. He's got
Yeah.
like 1 HP.
Constantia, I have an idea, and I don't know if it'll go well or not. As I pull out one of the bright arrows.
I knew this was going to come bite me in the arse one day.
Uh,
I wonder what happened if I fired this into the mud.
No way to find out. In the meanwhile, I put my hand up to my hamster ear, like using the hamster as like an earpiece. And I say, "Right, get started with that rope. I don't know how long we can last down here. Luckily, I seem to be resistant to the effects, though I can still feel it pulling at me."
All right, for Marie.
And you see the hamster sort of like close his eyes and his eyes go back to normal, and it just kind of looks with a tilted head. As Talia switches out.
Do you guys want me to swap back over to the top side, or
Either
Can I-
or.
Can I fire the
It
arrow?
doesn't
just
really
quick, and
matter,
then-
to be honest, because it's just going to be Marie.
pretty
Like
much? So
moving
Marie, if
the
you want
rope
to
up
do
and down.
something, jump in. Just let me know, and we'll work it out.
No,
We'll
don't
run them
jump in.
simultaneously now.
I
Cool.
want
So
to
I'm
fire
back
one
with
of
Marie
the-
now.
They're just all doing it at the same time.
Yeah, just
cool.
assume
Yeah.
we're all.
Yeah. So Marie, you get the one of them on your horns, like gets the glowing eyes, and goes,
Marie, I found them.
Okay. Is there anything I should do to try and help them up?
Yes, this is going to be a difficult situation. I don't know how to explain this.
and she tries to explain the arcane timey-wimey wibbly wobbly stuff. That poor Marie, I'm guessing, is probably going, wow.
Marie has a bit of a better understanding because she's been like learning magic like in the break type thing.
Yeah.
So she understands a bit better than she would have before, but she's still fucking puzzled.
It's like I understand the words you're using, but I don't know how they all.
But you
Yeah. Like I get some of the words more now that yeah.
and she mentioned it.
So essentially, it's like a big bag of holding. And
Okay.
so, well, apparently there's a weird thing. The reason why the rope is 20 feet instead of 30 feet is because there's like pocket of, I'm assuming, astral plane that is separating the two worlds. And when it shifts, the distance between the hole and the egg, the area and the exit goes from 20 to 200 feet. So essentially, what Cons has asked us is, we need to time dropping the rope, pull it all the way up, and time dropping it in, and try and get it when the portal is turning to 200 feet, so that the rope becomes 200 feet, roughly. At least that's the best I can explain it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do that.
And she was like,
I've got one of my other friends on the down there with Cons. That's what happened to it, by the way. If you're wondering where she just went, I'll be sort of keeping an
Yeah.
eye on and letting you know how well the rope works.
Okay. So Marie's gonna start trying to drop it at the right time. And yeah.
Make a Arcana check with advantage.
with Hammy
Oh, hell
help.
yeah.
Because now you know what the fuck's going on.
Ham help.
And a Hammy can, from
Oh.
both sides, can direct when the hole is shifted. Hopefully.
Alright.
Fingers
Meanwhile,
fucking
at
crossed.
Constantia's
13.
side, you have just shoved poor Eldrin onto a rock.
I mean, poor Eldred.
I don't know. Because, I mean, we'll see.
He's beat to shit, I guess. Yeah, he's kind of in a poor state.
So, the rope hasn't come down quite yet. What would you like to do? Actually, Eldrin, you wanted to fire an arrow, didn't you?
Yes. I want to fire one of the arrows of burning bright, but I want to fire it about like 100 feet away in this direction, enough so we can see what goes on. But if something bad happens, it's hopefully far enough away.
You awaken the sandworms.
So, do I have to roll or do I just fire it? Because I'm aiming at the ground.
If you give me a second so I know what the fuck's going on.
Generally, it's AC 5 to hit a square.
You fucking what? I changed that. Custom items, arrows are burning bright. Yeah, that didn't toggle over. Weird.
What's that?
I'm just reading what these arrows do once again.
Yeah, you didn't say what they did. You just said what they look like.
Yeah, it should say in
They
the
glow?
description, but I don't think it. What?
Far as
No,
I
it just
understood,
says,
far as
it
I
just says-
understood, it was just the light spell on an arrow.
yeah, but in the thing it just says standard ammunition used for bows of all varieties. These wooden shafts with goose feathers, fletching, metal.
I did
popping
change
arrows.
it out, but it didn't transfer over, so please just give me one split second.
That's fine. Do you want me to close my character sheet for it to update?
Yep, that would be a wise idea.
I know we had that problem before with it updating if you had it open.
There you go, it should be updated.
Alright, let me have a look. Oh, yep.
So, you want to shoot basically a light bulb.
I want to shoot a massive ball of burning light at the like mud.
Into
Whereabouts?
the darkness.
I want to shoot it about like here.
Please roll a arrow check to see if you hit.
It's an attack.
An
roll.
arrow check.
Oh, there you go.
10, yeah, that's a hit.
How much damage do I do to the mud?
Hey, you lit up.
What colour do you want it?
6 damage. Yeah,
Ooh.
you tell that mud.
What colour? Just a light colour, like a sort of white, yellowy warmth. Purple's brilliant.
So, yeah, you've successfully made just a light source. Nothing else seems to happen.
And as for me, you said there were crabs about?
Yes?
You think they're like quarter-sized crabs, like the size of a silver piece sort of crabs, or like how big are these crabs?
Are they like the size of a boot, the size of a coin? Yeah.
Probably about the size of a boot.
And they're just like hanging out and like looking at us and going like that. I
No,
assume?
they're just minding their own business, scuttling
Oh.
to and from. They don't seem to be hostile.
Does one of them
or
have a
with
boot
you.
on his head?
All right. Well, I'm not gonna mess with the crabs then. I will, however, kind of like lean down and just scoop up a little bit of the sand in my gauntlet. Do I feel like the same sort of properties coming through my fingertips as I do through my boots?
It's mud, not really sand, but yes, you do. You feel it quite strongly.
All right. I'm gonna take some of the sand and put it into a pouch.
All right.
So I was trying to consume the arrow. It did not. But it's fine. I saw that out.
What would you? I was going to call it like soul sand. What would you call it, Sparks?
I would call it soul sand, yes.
Cool.
Soul mud.
Oh, soul mud. Yeah.
So, as you are doing this, you have been down there for quite a while. And you realise that you have started to sink.
I'll
As-
try to get out of it.
No, this is not a roll check this time.
Oh.
As it's probably about up to just above your ankles at the moment. And as you try and pull out your feet, kick it off, as soon as you put it back, it just instantly resinks back down to the same depth.
Well, that's not good. Check up and I check the progress on the rope.
Yeah, rope. Remind me what happened? You guys tried to throw it down at the right time, didn't you?
Yes.
A single check has been made. The result was 13.
Yeah, they're only chucking a rope down. They're not trying to... And they've got the other end, so that's alright. They're just trying to time it right, I think.
Yep.
We just want to time it so that it's too hard, that the rope becomes 200 feet long.
Or just long enough.
I assume the victory
Yeah, long
condition
enough.
is to attempt until we beat the Arcana DC so that the rope is long.
So,
Yeah.
Constantia, you see the rope with a little hamster at the end. And it seems to be... It's...
We've sent the second hamster.
Yeah,
Fuck
we sent
me.
him
Oh,
as a
is it? Oh,
sacrifice.
there's no, now there's 2 hamsters in the hole.
It's about there. Actually, hang on.
Yep.
Can I do this?
But how high is it?
Give me a minute.
Sure.
There you go. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
where the rope is. And it seems to be about 10 feet off the ground above you.
Oh, that works. I look at Sam and I say, ah, "I've done it." Is there a hamster on the end of the rope, and does it have glowing eyes?
It does. I would say because the one on your head probably has glowing eyes, whereas the one on the rope is going
All right.
saluting you.
I touch the hamster and I say, "That should do. Come on, Eldrin, grab your blade."
All right.
No.
Good
Pull
luck,
my sword
hon.
out of the rock.
I'll let Marie know.
And then whoop! Now you just have two random hamsters who are totally not demons in the sky.
Totally not demonic.
I suggest you get a running start. I say to Eldrin.
They're definitely Fae.
Sam.
And Marie, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go pop up and tell Marie with other hammy in touch and go like, the rope, you were successful, so she doesn't pull out the rope thinking that she has to do it again.
Yeah. So Marie just like keeps the rope steady, makes sure it doesn't like fuck up.
I will say this just because Talia got a high Arcana check. You do know that this rope won't be able to stay there forever. The distance thing is unstable, so it could go at any moment. So you do need to make a mad dash for it, you two.
Yeah,
I'm
Talia
gonna
will
just-
inform them of that very quickly, like,
You need to hurry fast, please.
All
I'm gonna
right.
sprint over there as fast as I can.
Hang on.
Can
So,
I-
Sam wants to sprint over there as fast as he can. Constantia, what do you want to do?
I'm going to sprint with him, though. As he is nearing the rope, I will turn to actually like boost him and like toss him up, since jumping is strength based.
Is it with the shield? Is it like I jump on a shield and
No, I'm hooking my
Ah.
fingers together, and I'm going to catch your boot, and I'm just going to Legolas you
Ah.
up there.
I was not sure if it's like the thing now they do when someone jumps on a shield and they sort of like lift them up and chuck them.
Sam, could you, this is for you, jumping off the rock to get on the ground to start your sprint, make a acrobatics check to see how lightly you can land on the mud without disturbing it.
Acrobatics.
9. So, you jump off the little sword. Do you grab it or anything? Just to add flourish?
Yes.
Yep. So, he jumps off it, underneath his feet, he grabs it. Unfortunately, he lands poorly as the mud, as well on him, starts to go up his feet. About up to just below his knees. As
Jesus.
he starts to make a mad dash. Honestly, I'm guessing you're running beside him?
I was running just a little ahead of him because remember I was going to assist him in reaching the rope.
So yeah, he's a lot slower trying to trudge through this mud. He's still surprisingly nimble. Constantia, you too feel yourself start to get lower and lower as it reaches about below your knee as well, as Eldrin finally reaches you. Meanwhile, the rope, it is shaking and going up and down quite rapidly. Not that you need to make a check in order to hit it, but you know its time is really nearly up.
Yep. Alley-oop, Eldrin.
Let's go.
So,
Can I athletics his ass up to the rope?
Constantia, as you get there, you see the rope, unfortunately for you, has shot up just by 5 feet, making it just out of reach unless you do this maneuver. So please, could you... And so, you want to grab, like, the bottom of Eldrin's foot and push him up, I'm guessing, yeah?
Have you seen acrobatics before? Like the
Sort of,
acrobat
yeah,
scene?
you want to, like, push him up, don't you? Like an
Well,
extra
I
No, if
jump.
it-
I'm going to hook my fingers, plant my feet. He's going to like jump up and then put his boot in my hooked hands.
Mhm.
And then as I am tossing up, he is going to jump out, and he is going to jump as I throw him.
Okay.
Basically, they
No,
did
like
it
a
in Lord of the
bit-
Rings.
In a video game where they like when you have to lift someone up a ledge.
Make a strength with advantage, one of you. Both of you actually just make separate Actually, no, that's fine. We'll use the 19. Easier. So, yeah, you manage to, as you put your hands underneath Eldrin and you both jump up, he manages to grab just the end of the rope. Onofei, however, taking on the full brute of his force, you sink deeper as it is about just your high thighs, basically. As it is making it incredibly hard to now move.
I was going to jump up and grab his hand, but
Can you grab my hand or foot?
So, in terms of
He-
distance, on a
holding.
Sorry, go on.
If he grabs the very bottom of the rope and then extends his hand downwards, that should give us an extra 5-6 feet.
So I was literally
Yeah.
just about to say the distances.
Cool.
So, Constantia, being stuck in the mud, you are shorter than you previously were. The rope, it's about 10 feet, like, out of reach with his hand. Not 10 feet out of reach. Like, with his hand there, it's about 2 feet just out of reach. But,
Can I jump?
yes, it will only be a tiny jump. That might be enough. But note, if this doesn't work for either reason, it might not end well.
Can I pull out my bow and hold it in the hand that's stretched out?
You can. It's up to you which way you want to do this.
If you think you can hang on to me by holding onto a bow. But I'm gonna jump up and grab for his hand.
Jumping is normally strength based, which would be athletics. Yes. Could you, Constantia, make an athletics? Sam, could you make a acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
So, Constantia goes to jump, but unfortunately, she just isn't able to. It has sunk her in too deep. Eldrin is there, absolutely ready to pick her up. But unfortunately, no hand comes that he can grab onto to grab her. As the rope starts to shrink and elongate even more rapidly, as it starts to just suddenly climb up, as Constantia...
Can I do one last thing?
Sure.
As I see I'm sinking into the mud, I'm going to draw my candy longsword. I'm going to throw it to Eldrin Hilt first.
And, yeah, Eldrin catches that because of his 24 foot, making another check.
Do we have any more rope just before we do anything else?
I mean, it will be in your inventory, if anything.
I have rope. I could tie it, my own rope, like round my belt, like round my waist, and drop it.
Is the hamster still on cons?
Yes, the hamster is still on cons.
Can it do anything to help?
I don't know, that's up to you guys. Going back to this rope thing, Sam.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh no, but I'm out of spell slots, damn it.
But...
I was gonna say, I think fly is touch. But I'm out of level 3 spell slots. I could have cast flies, but I'm out of slots.
Sam,
Yes.
this is your risk to take. If you get a low enough score while trying to tie this rope around yourself, you may accidentally let go and fall back in.
You could just
But-
let the rope fall and then tie it to the rope.
High enough, you will be able to successfully tie it around you and have a shot at trying to save Constantia.
What would I be rolling for it?
Acrobatics.
Is there a rough estimate of how much is like high enough, or are you not going to tell me?
Can we
I
not?
will say it's a pretty hard roll to make.
Does he have to tie the rope around himself? Can he not just drop his rope?
I could
Into
drop
the
the
mud?
rope and have it. Yeah.
You just want to
Then-
drop a rope to the floor to Constantia, not tie
Do
to
you-
anything.
Okay. A rope has two ends.
Yes.
You drop one,
Right.
and then you hold on to the other, and
He's
then you can
currently
tie that.
it would be the same thing because he's currently hanging on to this rope for dear life that is
Right, but
really unstable, going up and down like a bungee cord, pretty much.
I'm just trying to point out that there is no reason for him to tie it to himself and like risk falling into the mud.
I've got a question, right? Do you know with a rope?
Yes.
Do you know how you can wrap a rope around your arm and hold onto it for like more strength, basically?
Yes.
Can I sort of try and wrap it round so I have enough room to tie a knot at the bottom of the rope, so that it's a full-on knot, and then can I tie my rope around the bottom of that rope around the knot?
You're overcomplicating it for me now, so
Okay,
you can
that's
make the
fine.
check or you can't make the check. It's your risk.
Can
What
I
do you
give them inspiration?
No, because you need to do it before the check is required, unless
I
you
already-
guys have
I already have an
inspiration.
inspiration from Constantia from earlier,
So there you go.
Okay,
He can
then.
use that.
and Constantia has one from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to attempt to roll it.
Okay.
21.
So you successfully maneuver this rope. Why did you say Bean?
I heard Bean.
I
say
just
something.
I just muttered 21 to myself.
Oh, I thought you said anyone. I thought you were checking if we could hear you.
So yeah,
Yeah, no, I said 21.
you successfully tie this rope partway through up your arm and let the other end drop down to Constantia. As this rope, it is heavily bouncing up. Can you stop messaging me? In this Facebook. Yeah, as it successfully unravels a little bit down to Constantia, giving her a chance. Constantia, could you make a dex? Would it be dexterity? Give me a second to work out what this would be.
What are you wanting to have happen?
You're trying to grab a rope that's only in front of you for a split second.
God,
A mix of
for me, none of
reflexes
this
and
is
strength.
dreadful.
That could be a dex save.
Please.
Saves are always reactionary checks or something you try to contemplate.
In that case, yes, please make a dex save.
Oh, yeah, this is stressful for me and Oni down here.
I'm kind of. Hey.
And she misses.
You do have
I
an
mean-
inspiration.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the
Wait, you have inspiration?
you do.
I'm aware. I was getting to that, but the narrative was
Okay.
steaming on ahead without me. Let's see. Kind of want to see what happens if I sink into the sand, if I'm being honest, but I'll throw the
What if
inspiration
you
into it.
die?
Yeah, maybe, or maybe something cool happens. Who knows? Sparks seems to really want us into the sand, so I'm kind of curious, like what would actually happen.
It's like the squirrel pit all
only
over
a
again.
12. I might get to find out anyway.
Yeah. So, if
You
it
get
was the
both
original
witches.
5 on a fair, your struggling would have made you sink down even faster. But you failed to grab the rope, but you're still sinking at the same rate, so you at least get to say your goodbyes for now to Eldrin.
I've already thrown my sword. I'm just kind of looking at him as I sink into the sand Terminator 2 style.
Oh, shit.
On a fair,
What's up?
because you probably didn't think of this, please, I'm guessing, make a straight strength throw to throw the fucking hamster to Eldrin.
Oh, I thought the hamster could just poof.
Up to you.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll baseball pitch that hamster just straight out of the hole.
Batter, batter up.
I can punch a hole in steel for 12 damage. I can throw a hamster. Up it goes.
Yeah, so, yep, Constantia literally baseball pitches the hamster. So, up top side. Where is top side? So, first of all, we're going to do Onafe. Onafe, you slowly start to slip deeper and deeper into the sand.
If you need to take me to the GM Secrets channel for a dramatic effect, feel free.
Go on, then. I'm gonna nick the bot too.
Hi.
Hi.
Fuck. Am I dead?
No,
I mean, I'm already dead, but I mean, am I deader?
are you dead again? So, as you slip down deeper and deeper, do you sit on a rock or anything like that? What are your final thoughts or moments?
Probably something along the lines of, this is uncomfortable. Sand everywhere.
It's coarse, it's rough, but yes. And as you sink down, eventually your face goes underneath, and then it's just blackness and nothing. And all of a sudden, you don't know how long it's been, but there is a sudden tugging at your being. One that feels quite unusual because it feels more complete than anything.
My body or my soul?
Both.
Okay.
And your whole soul.
Ah.
As you wind up in Mistane.
Where?
The Carnival of the Dead place, up above.
Oh.
Not that the others know yet. And we'll
Well,
get
shit.
to that.
I could have just hung out down here. Or, hell, we could have just went down to the sand. We would have popped out over there.
You'll see. Alright, back to D&D.
I assume I'm probably here for a reason and not just here because, oh, this is where it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Alright, over to D&D.
Alright, let's go.
I kind of want to play
Yeah, man, I get you.
this dude.
Right.
So what happened? Do we get a new friend or do we keep our old friend?
You don't get to know yet.
No!
Oh, F.
I need to know if I need to begin the mourning process or the celebration process.
I think this is a good soundtrack. Is this the soundtrack? I don't know. We're gonna find out if it's the soundtrack. It
Well,
is.
how about you get Sam out of the hole first, and then go on from there.
So, people. Eldrin.
I now add the candy longsword to my inventory.
So, you guys, Marie is currently pulling up this rope with the help of some hamsters. Not too sure what's on the end of it.
Some hamsters and PDT.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Farangar is tending to Dragoon at the moment, looking over his wounds and such like that. Although he doesn't react whenever you talk to him because he is deaf. But yeah, I wonder if he got anything from fishing in the under. Hopefully it's one of the people. I like these people. I don't want them to die. Ooh,
I don't
but
want him
maybe
to
it's
die
fish.
either.
It might also be fish. I really like fish. But yeah, you keep pulling up, and eventually you peer over, and I think I see one of their heads. As Eldrin's head just slowly appears out as you drag him up. And a little while after, a hamster just comes flying out of the hole as well, hitting PDT on the face. As it just panics and starts scratching. Ow, ow, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. Get it off me, get it off me, get me off me, get it off me.
Throws it back in the hole.
Equally freaking out. The hamster is equally freaking out and being like scurrying around as she like tries to like grab him. And it's like,
Marie,
no, get it
Marie
off.
kind of leans over to the hamster so it can crawl onto Marie.
Yeah,
I just imagine PDP grabs the hamster and
it's
just chucks
over.
it back in the hole.
This hamster annoying.
as you keep pulling with great strength, you eventually manage to pull out a very... He looks like he's on his last leg. He looks like a corpse. And you manage to pull out just Eldrin at the end of the rope.
Marie just kind of looks really confused, like, what happened to Constantia?
She sunk into the mud. I'm just like lying on my back.
Marie just kind of leans down to you and says, right, I've kind of been learning a little bit of magic, and after this I won't be able to cast any more proper spells and shit for the day, but
And when you say you
Uh,
can't, you won't be able to cast any spells. Like you feel like a little pat of one of the glowing-eyed hamsters on your shoulder, going,
I know how you feel.
And I was like, so do I.
and Marie just kind
Me
of
too.
presses the hand to the forehead. Hand to the forehead and just cure wounds. Cast spell.
And y'all have been through the ringer, huh?
Cure wounds. Fucking normal. 7. You get 7 hit points back. It's not much, but it's all Marie can do right now.
I just
She's trying
times
her
my
best.
hit points by 8.
Not bad.
Still feel icky about casting proper spells, but that's the thing that I can do now.
You're doing a good job, Marie. You're doing
And I
a good
appreciate
job.
it.
Yeah.
So, PDT turns around, see Farengar trying to tend to Dragoon. Get off Dragoon, stop poisoning him, stop fighting with him, it's mine, get off him, get off him, get off him. And
I think he's trying to help. Try and help heal him up.
But he could just ask.
Also, I think there's a sprite trapped beneath Dragoon.
There is. The dead body of River.
Yeah,
it
there is.
landed on.
Oh, the dead river. Oh, okay. I could just see the corner of a sprite, and I was like, is that a sprite or is that a dead sprite?
So, yeah. Great, so now Dragoon's dead. Well, sort of dead, but not dead. Dead for a while. This guy can't hear me, I didn't even know he's a pompous arsehole, he's a really big dickhead. But he can't hear any of it, so what does it matter? Actually, he might be able to lip read. I hope he can't lip read. I'm in trouble. Oh, what if he could read my thoughts? Okay, no. And then we've also got, like, a dead one of you guys. That's not good. I didn't mind Constance. She was always nice to me. But maybe she's not dead. I don't know if she's dead. I mean, what happens if you fall to the mud? I mean, it's been a couple of people, but that's not been for ages. I mean, that was Chester, but Chester, the guy, kind of got saved, but then he didn't, and he just failed anyway. It's just old age, I think. I don't know.
So, Farengar turns to the others and rolls his eyes and says, I can't hear you, but I feel like I'm being insulted. Surprise twist, I'm Farengar now.
What?
Wait, what?
No, that
What?
doesn't happen.
Oh, I was like,
Reincarnated as Farengar! I am so sorry for you, Anafe.
Oh god. I was
you have
so
become
stunned
what
and
you fear
confused.
the most.
Alright, I need to quickly pull Megan into a private chat.
Would it be okay if the rest of us took like a 5-minute bathroom break?
Yeah.
That's okay with me?
Yeah,
That's
I need
okay with
to
you,
piss.
Megan?
After we done the private chat, can I go have a break as well?
Yeah, 5-minute one, because I need to piss as well. So you guys take a 10 minutes, we'll take a 5 minutes.
Righto.
Sexy.
So,
You stole my chat. How dare you?
I know, right? I'm a rebel.
Are we streaming or is this completely private?
Streaming, because this is part of the thing, if you don't mind.
Cool. I just wanted to know. I didn't know if it was like, let me have a bunch of plot stuff yet. Like, and then later everyone can go and watch it and be like, oh, I've just learned a bunch of your plot stuff.
So, Constancia has reappeared in Mistane at some point in the future, not quite yet. We're getting to that. So no, she is not dead.
Alright.
And you are privy to this information because you are currently in Mistane with Marshmallow, making a deal with the dealer to try and help. I'm guessing in whatever way he can.
Alright. So she's technically dead, but not dead. I'm
So-
very confused.
That's alright. So, whilst this was going on, you were talking to the dealer through Marshmallow, making a deal to help you guys out.
Right.
His cost was that in the future, one of you will have to join him as a ferryman and leave your previous life behind.
Ah, okay.
And that's at some point in the future, so if someone wants to swap out a character, they can.
I think Bean, when we're in private chat, Bean was like, oh, he's really tempted to switch out Marie now.
Yeah, I've given Bean an option of a good background.
So he's pretty. He probably will. If no one else changes their mind, he'll probably be the one that decides to.
Yep.
Switch out, which would be sad, but hey.
And part of your deal, he will also help you going forward not directly getting involved, but with tips of how to get rid of the MC or deal with him. For example, if building a god box, he will help out a little bit with knowledge.
Okay.
And that is, if you're okay with it, the deal you guys struck.
Okay. So yeah, so my brain is trying to Con sinks.
Yep.
And I'm assuming Hamster Me sees this and then turns to Dealer and goes, "Help me." I'm guessing, or help
Pretty
my
much.
friend. And then he goes, "Okay, I'll do it, but for this deal," explaining the whole ferryman thing.
So
Talia agrees to it, and then Cons gets poofed out.
the way I see it is during the start of the battle, or whatever, you were talking to him. Concentrate on two things at once. You're trying to convince him to help you basically build a god box, something like that, get rid of the MC permanently.
Oh, so the MC didn't die when we, because I know he talked to us, but I wasn't quite sure if
No.
it was an after effect or it was a.
That was merely an avatar.
Ah.
So and I'm assuming you would know this because you
Yeah,
know
I would
about
know
gods
this
and
point.
shit.
Yeah. I just want to double check because I was like, did we kill a bit of him,
Yeah.
or was it just an illusion of him?
So you know gods well enough to know he didn't go out with much of a fight. He'll probably be back like a bitch. But
Yeah.
so whilst you were fighting, you were trying to work out a more long-term solution, and then as Constantia started to sink in, you got more desperate, agreed, and he saved her.
Okie dokie.
And so
I'm cool with that.
yeah, so pretty much Constantia has just pretty much Marshmallow. Depending if you're seeing through him at the moment or not, you have just seen Constantia poof right next. Like, he pulls out a card dramatically, and Constantia just steps out of the card.
Okie dokie.
And that's about it.
Awesome.
And you would know this, and you can relay it to the rest of the party, if you so wish, through your many other fucking hamsters.
Yay! I don't think they're permanent. I think eventually they'll poof away, and then I can summon them
Yeah.
again if I want to. But I'm assuming you're allowing them to stay for a bit longer because plot.
And because it's fun to see you stuck as a hamster.
It's great. I'm loving having a tiny army of hamsters to control. This is, and I also have ducks now. So you know.
Low-key, one of these days, I think I'm going to make something go horribly wrong, and each of you are just going to be stuck in one of your hamsters for a session.
That'd be great.
Right.
But no, that'd be so much fun though. Like, there's a thing, there's like a card you can get, or like a spell you can get that it basically makes your soul move to a different vessel or something, and then your real body becomes comatose. So if you wanted to do that, that'd be like a great.
I probably will. All right, so we'll head back into the main chat. We'll both take
Sure.
5-minute break, and then we'll come back.
Sure. Okie dokie.
Hello. Hello.
Holly.
Hi.
Hello.
Right, me and
came in
Megan
just
are
to-
going to have our 5-minute break real quick. I'll be muting the stream. Oh, hello. Oh, audio's really quiet. I'll turn that up. Thank you, Alex. We're gonna go on a quick intermission.
Cool, cool. to me regardless. Yeah. by all
Cool.
means.
Yeah, I don't
Stream's
give a
back.
shit.
Hello.
Sup,
Hello.
sluts.
Oh, I should probably take it off.
Are you talking to just the sluts in the chat or like everybody?
Sluts is like a general affectionate term.
Oh, I see. Sparks was giving me shit earlier for calling people sweetie, and today like, well, that's just how I talk to people.
No,
but...
you should have called Megan a slut.
Oh, okay.
That would have been better than sweetie any day. Please
Oh,
do.
I use
Wait,
the
what? What's
I use the C
going on?
word. I use it as like I use it as friendly word.
I'm so confused. What
Uh,
is happening?
Bean was just explaining to everyone how sup sluts is a term of endearment and infection.
Yes.
Yeah. I
For-
consider my
I-
best friend's slut and like a slut, and she's asexual. So
I tend to usually greet Bean with "sup bitches," so
yeah.
And I call people like sweetie or hun all the time. And
I call people either buddy or sweetie. It depends.
yeah,
It's a gender neutral term, both of them for me. Both men and women can be buddies, and both men and women can be sweeties.
sweetie pot pie.
Hell yeah.
So.
Hi.
I'm just getting something quickly ready because I know I'm going to need it in 2 seconds, so I might as well copy and paste it. I don't have it on
Well, we're an intermission. I know what happened. Oh, you. Ha, ha, ha.
What? You do?
Yes. I know what happened to cons.
Could you share with the rest of us? Because I'm
No.
very curious.
She's fucking
What?
dead.
You don't know.
How do you know that I don't know? Or how do you know and I don't know, rather?
How about you two just
You'll
stop and
see.
let the fucking story go?
Yeah,
No, I'm not
what
gonna.
the
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. I just assumed Oni knew what happened to her.
It's pretty vague.
Unafade
I'm-
died.
I'm-
She's re-rolling a new character.
I am actually
Yeah,
rolling a
yeah,
new character
she
right
did.
now because you said make sure you have one ready, and you said no to my dragon girl, so I don't actually have a character ready. I was gonna play the dragon that I was gonna play in Megan's game, but
Yeah.
Coward. No to a dragon girl. The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not trying to call Sparks out here. Sparks, what do you got? Where are we going?
Sorry. Okay. So now that everything is cleared up, yeah, PDT, like Farengar is currently running over to the table, picking up all the herbs and spices off of it, kind of mashing it together. And he looks at just one of the hamsters and just beckons like 2 fingers saying like, come over.
One of the tit hamsters. Very cautiously and confusedly goes, "Right?" and like cocks his head and jumps down and like she carefully approaches BDT, but still staying within a reach that they could run away if she tries to yank him.
PDT just takes a step back. She wants nothing to do with his hamster.
Why were you gesturing at the hamster?
No, it was Farengar gesturing at the hamster.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I heard PDT, not Farengar. My brain is dead. Sorry. The hamster approaches Farengar.
He kind of looks down and goes, I've seen hamsters before. Is that Talia? You're Talia's pet, aren't you?
Like the hamster looks at him and does like the hand, like the maybe, like technically, and then she like does like a sign for like yes, like big wizard hat around his head and then nods and goes, shrugs to say like technically, but we're not the one you're thinking of. In layman's hamster demon terms.
Who's talking to which hamster? Sorry, I'm confused.
I will pick a
Farengar.
random hamster. There you go. Random hamster.
He kind of
Farengar is?
looks at this motioning hamster and goes, I hope it's just charades you're doing because I can't hear a thing, as he just points to his ear.
Yeah, the hamster nods and just.
Right. Help me whip this up. I need something to unstun this beast.
And it jumps up onto Farragon, touches him, and then Talia jumps in.
Is it going to take an hour? Because I know several people that could use a short rest.
If it takes an hour, then I'm free.
If only I still had.
Takes an hour, and then so's Dragoon. No, you
Just double check how long this does take.
The one you sent me said it takes an hour.
I've made this potion for you. Dragoon
Yeah,
starts
1
moving
hour.
again. Ah.
So it's about 30 minutes of downtime because, of course, these creatures don't know. But they're fiddling around. Could you actually? Yeah. Talia, could you make a intelligence check, please? Just
Sure.
like
Is it straight
picking out-
intelligence?
Straight intelligence, picking out what potions might help. With the help of, do it with advantage.
Can I do it? Yeah, because I was gonna say because I've got a alchemist kit.
Yep, and you've got Farengar helping. Okay.
How is it the same one?
Just do it once more because you've got Farengar helping, even though it doesn't work like this, right?
Thank you.
And
Potions is my thing. Okay.
in a
I
little
stand-
pot, you get this really foul-smelling thing. This thing's gonna help it?
And like she touches it and then goes wait and touches them, and because it's mentally not in their ear. I think technically it doesn't quite work like that with message, but whatever. And
Default.
Yes, you see,
and she explains all the technical parts.
if you add this chemical here and blah blah, it should disable the paralyzing effect using this plant and yada yada yada.
And she goes and explains it. No.
Yeah, so
Do you understand? No.
I always did like you. You're the smart one of these idiots. As he applies like the thick, foul-smelling paste to Dragoon.
And as he's applying it, Talia goes,
That's not what you told me when we first met. Said I was the worst wizard you'd ever met.
Yeah, well, you're the only one who knows what they're doing. That trick with the sleigh was impressive.
Marie.
Bean, we can say.
Trick of the what?
Marie's currently using because she has a crossbow. She's using one of the bow bolts as like a toothpick. I'm just like with this dumb look on her face. Just has no idea what the fuck is going on.
Oh.
Trick the flying table.
Like, he
at-
gave
oh,
his
yeah.
table.
appreciation for you, starting with when you helped get the table to fly
Ah.
with Santa Claus. Remember
Yeah.
this fucking campaign, man?
Fuck.
And,
How long are we waiting here for? And should I heal?
No, because it's not over an hour. This is only taking like 15 minutes or so. They've whipped it up, applied it to Dragoon, and as they do, Dragoon slowly starts to move. And Dragoon's kind of going like, "Arr!" as it perks back up to its normal self, although definitely wounded.
like Talia will put her hand on like a tiny little hamster paw on Dragoon, and Talia speaks.
Be careful now, Dragoon. Get up carefully and slowly and take breaths. You might feel a little woozy and we don't want you passing out.
Immediately eats a hamster.
As seeing as Dragoon has not immediately killed up dead, he applies some to his own ears. You're not sure if his motivation was to help Dragoon or to make sure he wouldn't die.
Class act, that one.
Pat him down. Well, it's you now, Oni, so you have to do it.
Yeah, man.
Hey, as soon as Sparks hands over the roleplay reins to Farengar, we're gonna have all kinds of character development. Also, that
Hey,
mofo
he's had lots
was,
of character development, let's be honest.
also that mofo was throwing out 4th level spells. Let me at him.
Farengar kind of walks over to Eldrin, just looks at him and goes, "You chose to fight a god, why? Why are you so stupid?"
We won.
And then one of the hamsters that's on Marie leans over and touches Eldrin and goes,
Sorry, guys. You didn't.
Super did.
We kind of won.
We won the battle, not the war.
yeah, you won the battle, not the war.
Farengar goes, sure you won whatever this mess was, but what? You've got one person, I'm assuming dead since it's not alcohol. You got another one of those little black creatures just on the floor with no mask.
I'm not dead. Throw some more road. I'm kidding.
if I remember right, Vanguard, didn't you
Wait, can
fire
we still
something at the
save
god as
River?
well?
Only because he's involved for killing Wonka.
Yes. What? What was that?
Because he killed Wonka. He deserved it.
Exactly.
But I
Why
didn't
do
pick
you
a
think
fight
he
with
was
him.
doing it? Yeah, but if he's an asshole, he deserves it.
He's just gonna stairs down that like down the hall. How deep is that anyway?
I'm just imagining the visual. of
It's
what
complicated.
paralyzed Talia's doing.
It's exactly 2,200 feet.
200 feet.
Exactly 2,200 feet.
Marie just looks at Farangard, looks down the hole, and says, "It's complicated."
Do you want to have a closer look?
Also, Eldrin, as he's laying there on his back on the sand, has Constancia's longsword with him.
Oh yeah.
But as you guys sort of chatting and things, all three had me sort of jump on, like one on Marie, one on Eldrin, and one on Farangard to kind of spread as much talking as she can at once, so that everyone can kind of hear the message. And she goes,
Guys, when you're ready, you should head back to Mistane. That's where I am. I've been kind of setting things up and organizing stuff, and well, there's a lot of stuff to explain right here, and it'd probably just be better if you headed back.
What is a mistake?
Is Yemen okay?
I don't know either.
He's all right. I'm kind of setting up a how would you call it, an operation center or a war room kind of thing. I don't know how you'd call it in your world. I'm sorry.
I know what you mean. Former soldier training kicked right in.
I've been organizing sending Marshmallow and a few of the others to go and collect as many of the sprites and people around on the under to try and save him.
Also, quickly, if you guys go over to journal entries, do you guys see like all the things in there or not?
yeah. Yeah.
So if you're confused to like, oh well, fuck, it's not.
Currently
written
in Mustang, the only thing in there is Alistair.
yet. Yeah. Once I get it ramped out a bit more, I don't think I've done the places. I'm more done people.
No, there's nothing in Bilgewater.
Then you will be able to read like what the rough place is, so that you can know what the fuck I'm talking about if you don't forget and your note taking fails you. It's mostly
Dang,
the
I
people
didn't
in the
get-
actors list has been done so far.
Wait,
I'm
we
so
meant to do
tempted to
note
get
taking?
this. It's so cool.
Normally on D&D.
That's a
Yeah.
joke. No,
Okay.
I know you normally take notes. It's fine.
But
I
yes,
take notes.
Mistane is the carnival of the dead place, the floating city, whatever you wish to call it, Nathan. Nathan is dead.
Yeah. No, sorry, I'm just muting myself here and there because my
Ah.
sister is in the next room crying very loudly.
Wait,
So I
and
don't
Alistair
want
and
y'all to-
Sayora all here still. They've just been standing here.
They've just been standing there staring at this whole situation with all the fucking pets that, you know, they probably could have
I
helped
didn't know
and
if I
changed
could
this
control
fate,
them or not.
but I forgot they existed.
What
I
exactly is
forgot they were
happening?
there. I was too concerned on the hamsters.
So,
I'm not controlling them at the moment, so that's up to the DM.
Wait, you're not controlling the hamsters?
No, the Sayora and Alistair.
Yeah,
and
I
all of
know.
them.
Basically, we forgot some NPCs. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So yes, currently, most importantly, Talia is in Free Hamsters saying that we need to go to Mistane and that she was setting something up.
Why does Talia want to go to Mistane?
Because that's where she is.
Ow.
She got teleported out when she got paralyzed. Yen grabbed her and teleported her out with a bunch of people out of the battle, and that's where he took everyone.
Got it.
And she's been paralyzed, so she's been using her hamsters and her abilities to organize well.
Regroup in Mistane. Got it.
We got. It's like the fucking Stormcloaks are gonna go out to fuck shit up.
You can. Alright, everyone head out for Mustaine in 30 minutes.
So Farragut does not know what the Mustaine thing is. So he is a bit grumpy, not understanding. He's like, I'm not going with you to some random place. This guy said to stay
Farragut?
here.
and he says that the frog on the hamster comes, stands on him on his shoulder, and he looks at it, and then just a little slap, tiny little hamster slap.
Smack.
Probably isn't nothing at all, but still.
Farragut, you know what? It's about time that you listen to me. You know, I might not be the best, but I know what I'm doing right now, okay? And you're gonna be quiet and just go with them, all right?
This might be more impressive if it wasn't coming from a hamster, but point duly noted.
And a little another smack.
Can I just like turn to Farragut after hearing his sass? Like, Farragut, we just slept about a god. Just go with us.
So, just so you guys know, the previous way to Mustaine has kind of, because they were pulling up their anchors, they were getting ready to leave. So the previous way of going through the Carnival of the Dead is not there at the moment.
Yeah.
Can Dragoon fly to it?
Yes. Dragoon is back and awake. If you guys so wish, you could all take a flight on Dragoon.
Does it look like Farragut is going to now come with us willingly?
Yes, I would say on Dragoon, you have to take PDT, and you can fit 3 other people on there, so you get to pick 1 NPC.
Wait, we can take the wolves, right?
You want to put a wolf on the back of a dragon?
I mean, I don't want to leave it here.
So wait, you can't take all the NPCs with them.
Dragoon's back is only so big. He has space for 4. One of them has to be PDT. Bring what you want over to Dragoon for a teleport when you're all ready.
Either probably if Farragut wants to go, but then let's also remember there's Sayora and Alistair who are here.
Would the pets count as NPCs? Like, would we be able to bring the pets along with us? Like the doggies and the nug and shit?
The big wolf, you would. The hamsters and the nug, you would. The pups, probably not, because they're not trained. They would just try and panic and jump off. The wolf even is quite a big stretch.
If in that case, Marie's probably just gonna decide to, like, stay with the dogs rather than going on Dragoon. Like, stay because she doesn't want to.
Talia wants to see.
Don't forget that you
Marie's
do have
very
all of these
hesitant.
NPCs and stuff that are more than capable of probably looking after this dog while you're away. Probably better than a sprite ever has.
Yeah, Marie's gonna walk over to the NPCs, look at them very tenderly. If anything happens to the dogs, I'm ripping you limb from limb. Got it?
Alistair kind of just looks and like does a bow. These dogs are in my care. I shan't let them out of my sight.
Thank you. I just love the puppies.
Aww.
As soon as you like kind of turn your back even a little bit, he's immediately fussing over one of the puppies.
Aww.
He did all the big noble thing, and now he's just like a child playing with a dog.
Marie just kind of looks back to say something, and she just like then smiles. Like she's gaining a little bit of respect for Alistair from that alone.
You know, these rooms seem empty. This is Farragut, by the way. You could probably just pick one to stay in. That's the kind
We'll
of
get a
nods his
place
head.
to stay. Yeah.
Sorry.
And starts making his way over to one of the many houses with the dogs in tow.
Can I claim my house?
You still got your player base.
But that this one has a market.
Your player base isn't that far away. This is more of a shopping district in the end.
Shh, it doesn't have to be.
So yes, who is Dragoon taking on his back, ladies and gents?
Okay, well, it's Sayora or Farangar?
So we've got room for one more. Sayora or Farangar?
I'll let you guys choose because you're the ones there.
There's also Francine if for some reason you want the barkeeper.
She's sweet, but I don't think Francine can help us here.
She has all the powers of a
Um,
skeleton.
She's very spooky and scary.
I will say one thing though, with how Farangar has reacted about Wonka. Wonka is in Mistone.
Farangar is friends with Wonka and he is not aware he is alive.
Yeah, but he is also. But Wonka isn't also. He doesn't remember. He won't remember Farangar because he doesn't remember us. So it might be more painful for him to see Wonka and then, like with us, and then not have him recognize him.
Yeah.
So we just take Sayora then?
Well,
down.
it is up to Marie and Eldron.
But I don't mind.
It's up to you. Well, yeah.
We both don't fucking mind, jeez.
Make a
Someone
decision!
Pick, we're
Holy
indecisive!
Marie points.
Oh, it's a fuck
Marie
me.
points at Sayora. Marie points at Sayora and just beckons her to come over. Fuck it, it's Sayora now.
Alright. Yeah, Farangar just kind of shakes his like, Mistane, I've got work to do. I don't care if I get slapped by any fucking hamster.
He's got a little tear.
Can't Farangar turn into like a small animal and ride along?
I mean, he
He's
can,
not a
if he has the
druid.
ability.
He could cast polymorph.
Yeah, some wizards and things can cast polymorph.
Can we just shove him in the bag and let him come up for air every 10 minutes?
It depends on what class he is, that's the
He
thing.
does not have.
Also, I have the bag, Eldrin. Tony's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one with the bag.
Is that how you transport an army? In a bag of holding? A skeletal army? Oh my god, a skeletal army in a bag of holding.
Yes.
You could have like a skeleton squad. There wouldn't be like room for an entire army.
That's fine.
Unless you use what you call it, shrink, and you turn them into teeny
Alright,
tiny little skeletons.
alright.
And you just
So-
stuck them in the.
No, Farangar cannot come with you. He does not have a shrinking spell, cannot fit into a bag of holding, and does not have a polymorph spell. He does
Either
have a
way.
levitate spell, but it only works up to 20 feet, so you're sort out of luck there.
If we get rid of his legs, is he light enough?
Piss off. So, you all clamber onto Dragoon's back, as Petey says. Right, Dragoon, try and go back to the same place where we came from when I jumped off and called you. If you go back there, I could probably tell you the way up. Well, it's just directly up because I just fell, but that's beside the point. Just go. As Dragoon kind of goes, as it starts to flap its wings, as you all start to lift off, flying through the sky, seeing not really like horizontally, but more vertically. You get higher and higher as some clouds obscure your vision. As all of a sudden, ahead of you, you start to see the Mistane city come into view.
Whee!
Clear that. 1 split second, please.
There's loving. Oh, oh,
It's always a bit of a jump, that music,
That's
isn't it?
loud.
yeah. It's nighttime. Nighttime. Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime.
As you all
Daytime.
kind of land in the wherever the fuck this is. Good work, Dragoon. You managed to get us back. I'm really, really proud of you. Now, don't go getting stunned, hurt, or killed, or anything like that. Just stay here and don't eat people, please.
Ooh, new people.
Sawyer just kind of looks at it and goes, "Wait, it eats people?" Yeah, sometimes not. As they just go into a full rant about Dragoon eating people.
How long
Cool.
was the flight?
Probably about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So, Talia's effects, they're going to wear off in about 5-10 minutes.
Cool. So currently I'm probably like propped in a chair or something. Just kind of...
Have I seen, heard, or done anything since I fell into the sand?
So,
Is it nighttime still?
in Mistane it is still nighttime. Not
Okay.
quite sure. Actually, nah, let's change that, shall we? Nighttime.
It's very triumphant music.
daytime.
Yay!
So yes, as you guys all arrive, I'm guessing, yes, I'm guessing you all clamber up the stairs.
Bless.
So we'll skip all that bit. And as Eldrin and Marie, I'm guessing going first, opens up the door into the palace, they see Talia just kind of frozen, not moving, being propped up by Yenam on his back. Sprites kind of just poking things, looking around.
Poking Talia.
Yes. There's one more wearing River's mask, who some of you might know was the writer. She's standing the other side of Talia, trying to keep her up, with a hamster in the middle. And next to the dealer, behind his desk, is Constancia.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
And how did I get here?
So, you, Constancia,
Never know.
the only thing you remember after your face is a good couple of minutes of nothing. Then all of a sudden, you just enlarging, getting the things around you as you get bigger, as you just simply pop out of nowhere.
Megan, I'm getting a lot of background noise. So.
You getting what?
A lot of background noise, like something sounds like it's being drug across the microphone.
Oh, sorry, I was just messing with something. Fidgeting. I'll move it away.
So, as the dealer kind of just looks at all the intruders into his court, I really need to have a courtyard map because there's so fucking many of you.
Your Smegger token's very small.
Yeah, but that takes time and effort.
I think I have a nice one somewhere if you want me to send it to you later to have a look.
Okay, so to reiterate, I just appear, and I'm like, oh, here I am.
So, pretty much, you reappear, everything looks really big, as it starts to shrink down as you're getting bigger, and you just reappear, yes. A bit groggy and dazed.
And you see a paralyzed Talia.
Is there sand anywhere? Or...
Nope, no sand.
I guess I'm going over towards Talia would be my first reaction.
Oh, dearly. How do I do the voice? Give me 1 second. Our deal is then complete. I can't fucking do the voice, man. Anyway, yeah, the dealer talking, he goes, our deal is then complete. I
It's kind of
helped
slow.
You will help me down the line.
I kind of slow and turn back towards the dealer and say, deal? What deal?
None of your business.
I agreed to no deal.
It was not your deal to agree to.
Turn and look back towards Talia's paralyzed body. Kind of narrow my eyes. And without another word, I'll go check, see how she's doing.
As you wander over, you can see, yeah, it's just basic paralyzed. She's just not moving or reacting to anything, although there's a hamster near her, the original marshmallow.
Yeah. Is my eyes open or are they closed?
They are stuck open.
Oh no,
Poor
that's
Talia is
horrifying.
desperate to blink.
She's gonna
My
have
eyes
real
are
dry
dry.
eyes.
There's tears forming from the dry.
Why are my eyes so dry?
Somebody just spray mist at me.
I would like, if I see her eyes
Marie
are red, I would
pours her
close the
water.
lids.
Oh, thank you.
Marie, like, gently splashes her face with, like, the water from her water skin.
But what are you doing? So how did you get here? there like a towel somewhere I can like dry Murray's face? Not Murray, but Talia's face.
There is no towel, no. Unless one of you are carrying one.
I just wipe it out of her nose and mouth area.
Give me a sec. Give me a
with my
sec.
finger.
Fucking. Yeah, Marie doesn't have a towel on her.
Badilla kind of just looks dead at Yenim. Yenim, come here. We need to have a word. As while you guys are reorientating yourself, assuring that each other is alright, they're off having a private word.
We're just
I'm
gonna...
assuming by this mark, this is about like the 10-minute mark. Kalia's probably able to like wiggle a
Yes.
foot or a hand a little
Talia
bit.
is now coming out of it, pretty much.
We're not
Not quite
hand-waving
yet.
the reunion scene, are we?
What's that?
So we're not hand-waving past the reunion
No,
scene,
we
are
are not.
No.
Okay.
I'm letting
Oh,
you
good.
guys have the reunion scene while Yenim
Okay.
and Badilla are talking in private.
Good. Good to see you all right. Says looking up at the others and nods to Eldrin, who's like still missing like half of his body. He's got like holes all through his chest and like blood running down his face and nose, and just they are not letting this poor man rest.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, Constantia.
Yes.
How
Seems
did
so.
I get here before me?
Apparently someone made a deal. And she'll look to Talia. What have you done?
And she kind of, you feel Marshmallow kind of like glare at you, and then like puts his hand on your, like he could put his hand anywhere, but he specifically decides to put it in the center of your face. Just to,
How did he get to my face?
he's probably either like if you're holding up Talia, he's probably on her shoulder or on the top of her head,
see.
and then.
Well, there's like no harshness to when she asks, "What have you done?" But like
No,
there is
remember, he's
there is
the-
concern.
Remember, this is Marshmallow. We're
Oh yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
totally.
he just hates everyone. And he
Okay.
does it, and Talia.
It's a long story. If you don't mind just waiting until I'm a little bit more, mobile.
Try to help you to your feet.
Cool. I probably can blink now, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
as you guys talk. As this begins to wear off.
What about
Marie
Eldrin and Marie?
Marie kind of walks over to Constancia and gives her a big hug, like,
Oh.
oh, I'm so fucking... I got so worried that you were gone. Fucking hell.
I can tell. The backing track is really selling the emotion. No, I'm kidding. What I actually say is, it's good to see you too, Ray. Glad you're all right. How are the dogs?
They're
Take it out
good.
for
I left them with Alistair, who seems to be a real softie for
Alistair. Well, as long as it wasn't Farrakhan.
Except
Yeah,
for
we-
hamsters roll up.
Fine, fuck it. The hamsters now go poof.
Aww.
She'll kind of like ease, like if Talia is standing on her own, she'll kind of ease into the hug with Marie with her other arm. And be like,
She's starting to. I would say that, I would argue if her powers is starting to wear off, she could probably start standing. But if you let go, she's just gonna straight fall over.
did it? may have been mostly for naught, but we showed that bastard that we're not to be pushed over.
And at what point can I be free?
Yeah, you're free now, Megan.
Finally, I'm free.
Free
PTT
falling.
just like looks at Constance and goes, "Oh, you lived. We went fishing for you. We tried to get you up like a little fishy, but there wasn't any fish. I was only Eldrin, and I wasn't you. I'm really sorry. We tried to get you back out, but we couldn't. I mean, you just reappeared here. But that's beside the point. I'm glad that you're not dead or that you're fish food. Although I do wish you were a fish, because you'd be very tasty."
Constancia kind of smirks, showing a single fang, and says, "Who says I'm not tasty? No one way to find out."
And as you say
this,
Marie.
as
Marie
Pete
kind
ponders
of gives.
this. Oh, go.
Marie just kind of gives like a very sweet, faux innocent smile up to Constancia, and just says, Mind if I have a taste?
Well,
And
right
I-
here,
You can tell
in
me
front of
what
everyone.
humans taste like.
And as you guys say that, then over here is
Finally! It took forever to wear off.
she's probably still a little wobbly due to having not used her legs.
Constantia will kiss Marie.
Aww.
Oh, Marie is gonna be a little flustered because she was mostly saying it like as kind of half a joke, but like after a second she kisses back.
And after like a 6 count, she'll kind of pull back and grin and say, "I think I almost died."
It's kind of the PDT leans over to Eldrin and goes, I think this is how more hamsters are made.
So,
Ty just goes,
That's what you want to believe, PDT. That's what you want to believe.
That's okay.
Eldrin, you making it?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Constantia. I'm gonna pat Beezy on the head, make sure he's all right, because he nearly fucking
Oh.
died by throwing mud at the fucking MC for like 4 rounds straight.
"Go easy, you the real MVP."
And I'm gonna do when you do like the handshake, but it's like wrist to wrist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that with Constantia, like pull her in and like hug her.
Oh,
I thought we lost you.
glad you made it out. I believe you have something of mine.
Yes, I pull out the sword.
I'll take it and
Which
like
one?
look it over and then sheath it. The one that's too big for him to use. Since he's
Yeah,
a
I
Dex
know, I know.
He's
but-
just been dragging you along this whole time.
You currently just see a massive like sword dent mark through all the wood in the building going to the door and all the way down the
Yeah,
steps.
Bits of candy
along.
that's broken off. Bits of candy
Right.
everywhere.
There's just loads of rats following it up the stairs like the Pied Piper following bits of candy.
You could just hear it the whole time through the hole.
Goodness.
Anyway,
I'm glad you
Talia
all made
begins
it.
to regain herself, dusts herself off as the paralysis wears off, and she kind of sheepishly stands there,
When we fight
not
for
really
next
looking
time,
anyone in the eye.
we'll be ready.
Marie walks up to Talia and just hugs her and whispers in her ear, "I'm glad you're safe, darling."
I tried to do my best from here. I don't know really how I did. I've never really done it before, but I just really wished I could have more of Marshmallow to help me help you guys out. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like a surge and pop! A bunch of them popped out of nowhere.
It was quite inventive what you did, we also know this. Very impressive, working with what you had.
I love that. I'm gonna probably use that spell in the future, by the way. That was Flock of Familiars, and I love it.
Mm.
I'm gonna find the nearest chair just to sit down.
And
So I suppose I better explain what happened and what was going on.
If you want.
Her Constantia's face, a lot of the joy kind of drains out of it. She takes some kind of a neutral just line across her mouth and she says,
oh dear.
"Yes, I believe you should."
Well, first off, I was paralyzed, as you know, and I got brought here by Yenin. I then got the familiars, and I sent a bunch of them out to go and help out, to go and tell Alistair and whatnot to what was going on. I had no idea you'd been dropped into a hole, so sorry about that. But I did get back up. I tried. I got Marie and all of that. But
I'm glad you escaped.
as the fighting went on, as you know, I was looking through the hamsters, and I saw you begin to sink in the mud, and I could sense that you weren't going to make it. And so...
Well, Sparks, I and Sam have already spent our inspiration for the session, so we can't do it.
Well, I will give her inspiration because I can.
There you go.
Thank you.
Take
I
that.
wasn't gonna ask. I didn't mind. I didn't care, but thank you. I will keep that in good use. But I don't
Take
mind
some
if I don't.
Inspiration, baby.
Thank you, darling. Thank Thank you
Talia
kindly,
give
darling. Thank you
Marie
kindly.
inspiration for giving her inspiration?
Thank you kindly, darling.
Yeah, there you go.
It has to be for something awesome, as just happened.
Oh,
For
well,
doing
Marie
magic.
Marie just got a big smooch by showing her softer side.
Good point. How
Exactly.
about it's good roleplay?
Yep.
So, inspiration for you, Marie.
Yay!
Anyway. Talia looks suspiciously. So, I'd heard of doing these before in my world, but we were usually told it's best to not do so or be very careful of doing so, but there wasn't really much time. So I made a deal. No one's gonna
No,
say.
no, I'm formulating
And
response.
Marie's just kind of listening and like nodding, kind of waiting for explanation on what the
Yeah.
deal was.
I'm just waiting, like, yeah, what kind? I'm just thinking, like, what kind of deal?
Yeah.
I asked the dealer if he could help, and he said he would, but only for a price. He offered what he offered what the price was for saving you, rescuing your life, and I agreed that it was fair. And
What's
accepted
the
the deal.
price, darling?
Not now, but at some point, he will come and ask for a favor. And one of us will have to leave and join Mistvane permanently as one of the farers.
He what?
Right.
I will take the burden if it is
Oh.
needed.
Absolutely not. Look at the
No,
question.
honey.
It was my
Partly
I
because
made
I
the deal.
think that. Partly because I think being one of the farers would need, like. I don't want to sound like cruel, but some muscle definition.
Right, someone with constitution.
Exactly.
I agree with Marie.
It's.
And then, like, at the same time, both Marie and Constantine say, it should be me. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
It's just like, it should
My
be me.
should be me.
constitution is a 13. Okay, it's not that bad.
Then I look at Marie, as she, I assume, looks at me, and I was like, what? No, me.
Yeah.
I'm the one whose
Me.
life was bought for this deal.
Well, the deal isn't meant to be paid now, as far as I know. It'll only be in the future.
Oh.
I'm not sure when he'll
But-
call upon it, though.
The dealer kind of overhears this. And if you guys are speaking loud, like normal voices, not whispering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's normal
Yeah.
voices.
He goes, you will be called upon when I've had enough of this ignorant fool and his meddling into mortal affairs. As he just kind of stares dead at Yenna.
Wait, what will happen to Yenin
Hey.
then?
It's not Yenim's fault. You open up a carnival for mortals to come in.
To be fair, it is
meddling
meant for
enough.
wandering souls, not for mortals.
Mortals can be wandering.
Yes, dead ones.
I've been close to that a few times.
Anelia kind of like pipes up, like trying to hold back the dealer's anger. We're not meant to get involved in any affairs unless it's directly with Mistvane, and should refrain from it normally. We're just meant to lift up and down the anchors, really, to the plains below. But Yenim, as you kind of looked at him, got directly involved in this plains affairs, didn't you? He kind of sheepishly goes, yeah, I did, but I needed to do
Marie
something.
just kind of.
You're not gonna hurt him,
Marie
are
just-
you?
Marie kind of mutters, is mortal affairs what we're calling Eldrin's ass now?
That is a nice ass. Freaking hell.
It is a decent ass.
So Talia goes, is it? She's a little look. Tug looks behind him.
Suppose you're right.
That's the Unda's ass.
The dealer kind of looks and goes, but no, why would I hurt one of my own? Besides, Ivan wouldn't be very happy, and I'd rather not piss off Ivan.
Who's Ivan?
He is, well, he is his, well, the one holding Yenim's leash.
Kinky.
God's...
I think he might be the side bitch.
I'm kidding. She doesn't say side bitch, but
No, Marie says side bitch. Marie
Thank
just
you.
doesn't say anything else. She just looks directly at Eldrin and just says, sad bitch, okay. And just looks back to the dealer.
He just kind of shakes his head and goes, gods can normally put forward an individual or something like that to become the ferryman of souls to their realm, to make sure they pass to the great gate. Yenim over
Like
here,
a champion.
yes, Yenim over here, as much to my annoyance, otherwise I would fire you for getting involved, isn't actually mine. He is Ivan's doing, who I would prefer to stay on good terms. Yenim kind of goes, yeah? So this means you're not going to punish me, right? Fucking up. Asadina kind of shakes her head. Since you love
going.
these
That's your
mortals so much, perhaps... You know what, yes. Get out of here. Get out of my service and never return. I might not be
Ouch.
able to strip you away, but I will talk to Ivan about it. But you are no longer welcome here. You are cursed to wander whatever realm you get stuck in. As he kind of just flicks his hand away. Gently pushing Yenim towards you guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna
jeez.
catch Yenim.
Well,
he
it's
can go home with
gentleman.
Eldrin.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
For now,
no.
I will make do with one ferryman. Or one of my own already. But I will be needing another one day, if poor Nelia here can't take up all of Yenim's work. But today is not that
Marie
day.
just kind of looks. Marie just looks over at the dealer and just gives a nod, like, yeah, I'll be there. Like, trying not to let the others see, but she's ready to sacrifice her fucking freedom for her friends.
This is gonna become an I'm Spartacus situation, ain't it?
I am the next ferryman. No, I am the next.
I am the ferryman. I am the
Meanwhile, that was only half of our deal. The other half was information, I believe.
If I can ask for a moment, I have gotten slightly mixed up. Okay, so the dealer wants one of the party to be a ferryman at a later date.
Yep.
And Yenim is free of his service now, for some reason?
Yenim is not actually under the dealer's control. Yenim is under a different god's control, but he's fired him from, like, helping out the dealer. He doesn't want anything to do with him anymore.
I see.
Because he broke the rules.
So Yenim is still a champion.
And
all
who
of that.
had someone volunteered to be the one taken, or was that to be decided later, or is that still
The
being
dealer
argued?
has literally said that he's going to see how he gets on with just Anelia for now. If Anelia struggles too much, he will call upon one of you on his deal.
Alright, as you're saying?
Yes, the other half of our deal. Information. So,
Information.
yes. I am not getting involved in your petty affairs. If I wanted to, I could sort it out, but that's no fun. So,
You could try asking nicely for once.
to take down a god, you need a new god. Quite simple. This MC has actually been a bit of a pain in my backside. He has created a blockage of souls from going from the to the gate of the next plane of existence. With all of these creatures, as he stares directly at the sprites. He's collected far too many. That's what we do here. We deliver all these souls that come aboard to the next plane of existence. So yes, he is a pain in my side, and I would very much like to see him replaced. And I also see you have a friend who was actually quite close to reaching it already, as he stares at the writers.
So we need to make the rider become a god.
Dang.
The easiest way to get rid of the MC, well, to reduce his power enough so that he can be killed by mortal means, is to strip him of his godhood and try and replace him with another. He was the god, or is the god, of plays, music, entertainment, that kind of thing. Go around getting enough supporters, getting enough tails, or whatever else, then perhaps this one could ascend to it, or maybe one of you even.
Aha.
Ooh, so one of us could become a god.
Did I move me there, or did you move me there?
I did not touch you.
Okay.
Can become gods.
Out of character really quick. Aha! So that's... Okay, I see what you're doing here, Sparks. I like that. That's very clever. We get to go have
Yes,
more
I love it.
tails. But we have an objective for doing it this time.
The more stories we collect.
We're just gonna go
Spread.
around and interviewing every people. Tell me a tale.
She's gonna go over to the rider and look down at this little sprite wearing River's mask and say, and that would help, even reduced as she is.
Should return her back to her former glory. Power of a god, she could do anything she wanted in her own plane. She was
Is
already
there,
acting like she had it.
Is there like a notebook and a quill or something sitting on the dealer's desk?
There is, yes.
I'm gonna go there and swipe them,
Mm-hmm.
and then walk over to the rider and just offer them to her.
Yeah, she
Say.
picks it up and just starts writing.
And what do you think of all of this?
As you read her notebook, it just says, do it. Anything to get me out of this.
Concerned about you as well, she says, turning and looking to the other group.
Right, she also writes like at the bottom saying, I do know sign language.
Well, I don't. It doesn't help us at all, does it?
Also, while I was paralyzed, I had a lot of time to think because, I can't really write. I really need to write this all down. But if we weaken him and we're unable to kill him, or if we just want to guarantee he can't be brought back, I can build a device. I may have to ask my father. I believe he may have used something, or may know how to make something like this, but in my world we call it a god box.
I do believe that we should use any and every advantage we have. The one thing that this skirmish has proven is that we can harm him. At least his avatar. We have that ability. We just need the means to finish him off. So if you believe this god box of yours could trap the mask of his, even for a time, it would help our cause.
We'd have to seal it, and it would probably have to be guarded. Either we could hide it here in Miss Vane, or if the rider or one of us becomes a god, preferably probably the rider, but if whoever becomes the god could potentially guard the box as well, to prevent anyone else from ever opening it. But I will probably spend many years, well, not many years, but I will spend a lot of time creating different kinds of arcane and mechanical locks to try and keep this box as sealed as possible.
Well, we have a number of weeks before he fully instills his control over the Under. Perhaps, maybe even a little more, since he'll have to rebuild that party of his. She'll turn to the rider and say, "We'll help you, I think. One condition, however."
She begins snapping very happily till you say one condition where it stops. As she just looks up at you.
If you gain control of the Under, and the Tempest and all of that resides within, at a bloody nighttime. I'm so sick of that.
Yeah, the writer just nods.
Great. And she turns and just will hug Talia Marie to her, just tightly, just finally letting some of that
Poor Eldrin gets
self-control, just letting some of that self-control slip for a bit. She squeezes you, and then you see Eldrin over there.
PDT just
bleeding
looks
out.
at him and just starts
Hold
hugging
on,
him
hold
as well,
on,
out of
hold
pity.
on. Just looks over at
Marie.
Eldrin, bleeding out on the stool, and says to him, "Well, if you can manage, come on."
I'm gonna hobble over. Sorry about the blood.
I don't mind it.
Marie kind of just laughs and then wraps her tail around PDT's arm and just drags her into the hut.
And I'm assuming
Yeah.
Sayora probably walks in at this point and Ty's like,
Sayora has been here, like, in the back.
I'm gonna do like the hand wave
well,
to Yen
wait,
and
I'm
come
gonna assume
over.
Ty just hadn't noticed her because she would have run and hugged her if she was there.
Sayora has been standing back, letting you guys deal with all your stuff before coming in as well for the hug.
I'm gonna like
Aw.
signal Yen him to come over as well.
It's a big group hug. The
And I-
dealer's
And I pluck
the dealer's
Marshmallow
just like, oh, okay.
off the thing and put
I
him in
put
the
Marshmallow in my tits.
hug. Yeah,
No,
I,
and Marshmallow's like,
I put Marshmallow in Marie's tits.
he crawls out immediately, horrified.
Just being squashed in between like 10 people.
Yeah, he jumps to like Talia's head so that he's safe and hides under the hat. He does not like being squished.
Remind me, who was it? Was it Talia that donated her blood to get me back on my feet?
Who you?
And she'll say, "I was able to keep going thanks to you. Thank you.
I'm glad. It was a worthy sacrifice.
Still, you should probably get a full meal and rest for at least a day."
Probably. I am feeling a bit woozy.
Although according to my health, apparently I've got full health. So
Can I just look at Constance and be like, there's plenty of mine everywhere if you need it.
Nah, all of her wounds have actually healed over. She's just kind of beaten up looking. It's the power of
Right.
Talia's blood.
yay, power of Fey elven blood wizard.
Once a week we're gonna be having blood bags. It's like, right, come on.
Just blood transfusions, it's all good. Just make juice boxes for cons as snacks.
Right. Righta. Let's get a rest and then discuss where we're going next to find these stories of yours.
Right, just kind of snaps happily and then shrugs as she just does the normal sprite magic, and she just keeps doing it, and it's kind of indicating that she can't do what she used to be able to do.
And I sort of looking at her mask, I go,
Is there no way to bring back River? I understand you sprites work a bit differently from people, so I'm not quite sure what's possible or not.
The MC was his mask, so perhaps there's some of River in there somewhere.
Hopefully.
The writer pulls out the pen and paper, just starts writing, and it hands it over to you as it just says, "I have no idea. These are not my creatures. I'm just one of them."
They're going to be yours soon. Put some thought into it.
It's, like, at the bottom, just writes another one going, I don't know how we can do this. I can't move anymore between planes or anything.
No,
We
but
have
Yen
someone who
can.
can. Exactly. We have a ferryman on our side.
As you look, she looks up at him. You sense a bit of sadness in her when you say ferryman. Because for those of you who do not know, that is what Sweeper was to the MC.
Right.
and sort of Talia gives a little like pat on her little sprite head.
It's okay.
Marie does the thing where it like looks like she's ruffling the writer's hair, but like there's no hair, so it's just like rubbing the head violently.
Xanthia stands back stoically and watches this happen.
I'm just gonna
What
lean
now?
on I'm just gonna lean on something.
And, Megan, you still wanted to leave at 8? Ideally?
Potentially, yeah, but if it's still gonna go on, okay, I can play until 9. It's just I just want to like turn off and
we
get ready and
can
stuff. But
continue, but it would start a whole new section. This is roughly a good place to end, unless you guys just want to chill out and do some downtime.
I would like to get a long rest in, if possible.
Yes, you guys will be getting a long rest, and don't you worry about that.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God.
Do you
it's,
know
it's up to these guys if they're willing to call it a
Leave
day for the day.
do you
Since
know
we
what?
since we beat a god, do we do we level up?
It's a pretty cool chapter point.
It's just
I'm
all the
gonna
kids like.
say no because you did have a level up not that long ago.
When?
"Gah."
Out of
But
like when out of curiosity, I don't remember. Honestly.
When was the last level up?
I just want a wild shape, man.
I
The
just want my
last level
walk
up
casting.
was, I think, 2-3 sessions ago when you defeated the mini boss
Yeah.
and freed the MC. Not freed the MC, sorry. You stopped the invasion, basically.
Yeah, when we sealed up the little tomb burial
Right.
thing.
Oh
Uh,
shit!
Did we gain
headphones
anything
found.
out of? What happened?
Oh, I think her
missed the
headphones.
sound.
His headphones fell.
No.
Hey, welcome back.
Sorry, sound went fucky there.
Gotcha. Did we get anything out of our victory over the MC?
You didn't try and grab at any of the loot from the MC. So,
Fuck.
in short,
I-
your reward is fucking Yenem.
Well, I don't. want
When you say
Yenin.
when you say fucking
Yeah,
Yenin,
only one of us gets to fuck Yenum. God.
It's not exactly satisfying, but since the loot would have
excuse
just
me,
been-
Yenim's not satisfying.
It wasn't cinematically or thematically appropriate to try and loot while Eldrin was being
Yes.
eaten by the mud.
but it just happens.
So what's going on? What we doing? What's the plan?
So, in short, where do you guys want to go for your rest? Do you want to try and rest in Mistane or try and rest in the Under?
I wanna go the under so I can tinker. I got plans to make.
I thought we couldn't go anywhere but the city in the Under now without being set upon by his minions.
Not minions, so basically he's removed a protection spell, which means less so, not as extreme as when you were being... It's basically
Oh,
like when you
Jesus.
were being dragged into the mud down below, but it's a lot less. It's just a constant tugging on your soul that
welcome
will
back.
eventually drag you down.
But we've saved everyone who needs to be protected. Have been brought to the city bit, right?
Yes, he literally put out an announcement telling everyone to get to the city. That's where the protection is. And
there
also,
be
you
a way-
guys might be able to find a way, tinkering around a bit or something like that, of a way of holding it back in more locations by yourself.
Marie, was there by chance a black box at the house that you picked up and brought with you?
We got delivered by some guy. Oh, a god, actually, not just some guy. It was the Hermes. But anyway, he brought us the box, didn't he?
Just to remind you, the box isn't particularly something that can just be picked up and dropped off, especially by Marie. It will take like 4 of you to move it.
Okay.
Yeah, Marie.
But you did see it there on it, both of you.
Alright. Well, I'm a little mixed up. Is it safe to go back to the Under or not?
If we go to the village, I think we'll be fine, and then we
Village,
need to find
totally
a way
safe.
to get back.
If you're
to them.
outside the village, it will take its toll over quite a while, but you'll be mostly fine. But it's wise to find something if you want to explore more out of the Under that will work.
Yeah, I think we should probably go back to the village and start figuring things out and organizing and like finding a way to move about the
I
under.
have something that you might find interesting, Tori.
Yes.
I reach into my pouch and I pull out that pocket of soul mud. Soul sand sounds so much better.
She like her eyes like
Oh, is that the mud you were in?
Yes, seems to have the properties to suck the soul right out of you.
she immediately like sticks her hand in the bag and like pulls out and she's got like an empty like jar. She unscrews and goes,
Stick it in, please.
Marie says, like, as fucking, as you say, has the ability to suck the soul out of you. Marie, like, offhandedly to herself says, yeah, so do some of the girls in my old town.
Acknowledging but not commenting, Constantia will.
Talia does her normal little head tilt, like, and then like shakes her head, like, I don't know what she means. I'm not gonna ask.
Oh, actually, she'll say, yes, mine as well, but completely different meaning. Pours the
Fortunately, sucking the soul.
pours the sand into Talia's jar, and you can add.
As you pour this mud, all the sprites, they're staring at it. They're taking a very keen interest in this.
Oh.
Oh.
I close up the jar as soon as it's all in there. I like close it up and put a like write on it, put a label on it.
Perhaps this can help us in some way. Or you can use it to figure out
Hopefully.
a way to protect us from it, or use it as a
Most
weapon.
definitely, if I can understand how it works, that's the best way to figure out how to stop it, or at least nullify it.
And also Talia, as she noticed the sprite's taking a keen interest in the mud, she's gonna like move it left, and then move it right, and then move it up, and move it down. What do they do?
You're moving this scoop around, yeah?
In the jar.
Yeah, it just kind of
To the-
moves round with the gravity.
No, she's
No,
asking if they
I-
follow it like cats.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Basically, the sprites are just like watching it up, down, left, right, like cats would. Until one that you know as BZ kind of runs up to you, tugs you on the shoulder, points at it, and then points at himself.
She kind of like tucks it away back because she's not quite sure what the stuff could do it, and she's like,
What do you mean, BZ? Also, we should really learn sign language, guys.
Yeah.
BZ wants, like, the writer kind of looks at him. They snap for a bit, and then she writes down and hands you a piece of paper. On it says, only I know sign language, but I can speak for other speech. He is saying he's saying that we are the same. We are made of the same mud.
This is what they're made out of.
So do you want some of the mud?
BZ just starts shaking his head, crossing his arms.
Oh, okay. I just wondered if maybe it was like a healing potion kind of situation for you, you know.
I was
He
gonna pour
puts his
the
hand
jar-
like
some
beneath his
jar
chin
into
mockingly
it.
and like strokes an invisible beard. Like he's not quite sure. He doesn't know.
Well, I shall investigate it and let you know, BZ.
It just nods.
Can we
and
try?
she pats his head.
I'd rather check what it is first before using a live test subject.
It is limited.
Right.
Yes, it's
I
only
don't
a
fancy
little
another trip into that hole unless we want to set up some sort of strange Ghostbuster 2-esque like crane system where we go down into the goo river.
Bucket on a string.
But oh, what was it? What was I thinking? While I sort of wait for them to sort of move off, the spirits go sort of talk to themselves and whisper,
I think we should also collect River's body and put it in a box or a jar in case he can be brought back. But if not, I could test him, putting it lightly.
Of course.
River's body, just to inform you, it literally did crumple into loose mud and then was landed on by a dragon. It would be pretty
There might
hard
be
to
some
pick
of
up
them
just
left.
his body and none of the just sand. It's kind of like
Well, we
mixed in
could-
like goop.
well, technically they're made of sand too, so if we just scoop in some of the sand, it's fine.
Yeah,
You know,
you can see what happens.
just scoop it into a box, just in case. You know, just in case. And if we can't do anything with it, we can at least bury him, sort of. You know, give him a funeral.
Give him something, bless him.
Yeah.
You can let River know that we may give him a funeral, you know, after he's totally not dissected or given an autopsy. I'm sure he'll be happy. Oh, you actually done?
What?
You went pause and then I heard a click and I was like, oh, you actually in the done?
No, I'm just copy and pasting over some creatures.
Oh, fair enough.
So,
So has it been long enough to have Eldrin have a short rest?
yes, but I mean, you guys are literally about to head back home for a long rest, so...
Thematically, if
Thematic.
thematically, if we are attacked, I say let him retroactively spend his hit die, because I wouldn't want to go anywhere when he is so close to death, because he almost died like 4 times.
No,
in that
you guys
pool.
won't be attacked. You guys are literally just going home to rest.
I know. We can just say that we rested a little bit and then
You-
go home to have a rest.
Would Aldrin have the exhausted point of exhaustion from dying and coming back so many times?
I don't
Be more
think
negative
so.
things.
No, because when you get revived, you get a point or 2 of exhaustion, depending on how long
that-
you've been dead.
He never actually died though. He just got close to death several times.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know if he would. That's why I was questioning if he would still get it just from being unconscious, or would it still
Nah, he
count?
wouldn't.
Could you imagine that fight with
I
the
thought I had
MC
a
if
player
I didn't
dying.
upgrade my armor and shield? I
Alright.
would have been fucked.
Just because we've got limited time left. So, you guys all start heading back to the docks area as Yanim grabs onto a ship and starts descending slowly. PDT jumps onto the back of Dragoon's back and just offers anyone who wants to ride on Dragoon down instead. Just like
What's
an
the other
open
option?
offer. Or go down on the boat with Yanim.
I think we should give some privacy to Yanam and Eldrin, guys. Just starts ushering.
Talia, who was
The
already off in a
others.
corner talking to her sister, was like,
What? What were you saying?
Yanam, Eldrin, privacy, right?
I wasn't even looking
I-
at them until you said, "Look at them."
Yeah. No, I said. Never mind.
While
Okay, Mary.
you two are chatting what's going on,
Oh,
the
yeah.
sprites have kind of snuck on by and made a dive for the boat, not wanting to go anywhere near Dragoon.
"Aw."
I just thought
we,
it
we,
was
we would wait for them. We would wait for them.
A Dragoon's stomach must be absolutely filled with mud.
This is true. I wonder what happens if we made him throw up. You think the sprites are still alive in there?
Potentially.
Oh, sorry, that's hilarious. I love it.
Hey, it's a valid question.
These questions I'm gonna have to find an answer for now for
I
my life.
can just imagine getting like 10 more comrades.
Huzzah! The sprites rejoice over finding their long lost friends and family.
We thought you was dead.
Yes.
So did I.
I had been for many an age.
And this is where we shall end, as you guys are starting to
Woo.
descend on whichever direction you choose back.
I thought he was
to
gonna say
the under.
madness.
And that is
Just
all
for the record,
Yeah.
Constancia is all for staying here instead of going back to the under for the multitude of reasons. But I think I'm pretty
Sun
clearly
being one of
outvoted.
them.
Sorry, even we can go back afterwards, but I do think I think we need to collect some stuff and figure out.
Just kind of like go get our shit out of the airplane and like take it back here or something.
Yeah.
And
That's my sort of
don't
idea.
forget, Yenim is not allowed in Mistane anymore.
Yeah.
What the hell?
The dealer kicked him out for getting
There's
involved.
an asshole.
I thought he just fired him. I didn't realize it was completely allowed.
He has been banished, fired from the dealer service, and banished from Mistane.
Ah, so it's probably a good thing we go back anyway, so we can drop off poor Yenin. And we've got Alistair and the
Marie
dog
just
there.
kind of mutters. Marie just kind of mutters to herself, like, "I am currently extremely glad that we asked the soundproof walls." Just for looks at Eldrin and Yemen thing. Right.
Yeah, and Talia looks at Constance and Marie. I'm sure you are, completely ignoring the fact that you were looking at Yenin and Eldrin.
And
She like
Marie
smiles
just
You,
kind of
I'm happy for you two. Pat, pat. Kind of sad, but also happy.
Marie,
Just walks off.
Alright.
Marie
Are-
just kind
are
of like hugs Talia from behind, just smiles and says, "You know, you're great too."
All right, I missed something. You were saying you were happy to Constancia and Marie?
Because you just had this whole big moment, Talia.
Yeah.
Okay, remember,
Yeah.
Talia misunderstands.
Yeah.
You guys, she keeps getting you guys and seeing you guys and misunderstanding what is going on.
I got
and
it.
is assuming what she thinks.
I
is
just thought
happening.
you were talking to your sister for a moment. I got really confused. Okay, let me actually interact with that scene too, if that's the case. Okay. So, Marie, you do the thing.
I'm just
Yeah,
conflicted,
Marie,
you know? I don't know why.
Marie, yeah, again walks up to Talia and hugs her from behind and says, "You're great too, you know. Just because Constantia and I have kissed a couple times doesn't make us exclusive or anything."
There'll be an armored hand that joins Antalia's shoulders. Constantia also steps into view, just kind of grinning, and says, "Things are a bit different where I come from.
Talia kind of tilts her head like,
You see,
I don't know what I'm a bit confused on what I'm feeling, and I don't really know what's going on right now. I'm
see,
kind of scared.
where I come from, anyone could die at any moment. So exclusivity is not really something that's practiced." She'll say, kind of like.
and Talia kind of like,
I do prefer exclusivity, though.
She nods and says, "This is your right. However, that will not stop either of us, either of us, from caring for you as we do." So don't
That's
feel
all right. I'm really confused on what's going on right now.
Well,
I was just saying I'm happy you guys are good friends and that you're, getting closer, I suppose. I'm really getting I'm so confused. I don't understand these things, man.
I don't know, but if you were on the back of Dragoon's back, PDC would just lean over and goes, "I think they want you to make more hamsters."
Oh, I can do that. I can make you guys more hamsters.
So, guys,
Marshmallow is not
it is-
exclusive to you. I can make more friends, and then everyone can have a hamster.
it is 8 o'clock, so we are going to put a pin in it there.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.